Does your mom know you're watching this show?
Welcome everyone to season 2 of the Friday Night BS show. I need to remind everyone that this show is rated R and is intended for a mature audience. Also need to add that we are not licensed psychiatrists, therapists, or doctors. Our knowledge on these topics are from our life experiences only. Bob, I think you're a doctor. Bob, are you a doctor?
I'm a doctor of BS.
Can you give someone mouth to mouth, Bob?
He has.
Yeah, I have.
Tongue?
Yeah, but then she filed a restraining order.
Yes.
I can't get within 500 feet of her.
Exactly.
Oh, Lord.
She was passed out, but she wasn't.
All stats showed and talked about on this show come from websites and Google, so don't get mad at Jennifer, even though I'm the one that gets the
Don't
hate.
get mad at me. Get mad at John. Send
Yeah.
all the hate mail to John. He's the host.
Yeah, I am the host. Well, we're back, guys, and look who's with us. Mr. Bob Sharp is joining us tonight. Say hello to Bob. Wait, let me get Bob the proper. This is weird. I have to get used to the two screens here, but they're not like. Here we go. There it is. There's Bob's thing. Did it go? Did it come up?
Bob's thing?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yay!
And Mr. Mike Hawk. What is that? What you want to be called, Mike?
I don't give a shit what you call
He
it.
doesn't care. He
Just
just
don't
Mike
claim.
off?
don't be late. Facebook user, we're gonna have to set up your thing so we know who you are, because right now we have no idea who you are. But I guess I could just go to the thing there. Oh, that it would be, I think, Liz. Say hello to Liz. I think it's Liz. No, it's not Liz. It's not
Hola.
Liz.
¿Cómo
We'll
estás?
start with Bob. Bob, how's your week going, buddy?
It's going good. Hot, working. Funeral yesterday, concert in the park last night. I've been a busy man.
He's a busy man, and he's joining us today. He's back. He said he missed Jennifer. He said
I did.
lies. Mike's a busy man. Mike made it. He showed up today. He works hard. Mike works hard in the sun.
This week wasn't that bad. With 4th of July, it made it a lot easier.
Yeah.
A couple days off, so it was nice.
One of these days we got to talk about some of the weird shit you packed. Can we do that?
Yeah, most of the weird stuff I packed, I'm allowed to talk about.
All right, yeah. No, I'm sure. Have you found the 24 karat gold
No.
dildo with
I
rubies
already knew
and
where you
beads
were
on it?
going. Most of that stuff that's weird like that is stuff that we didn't have to pack. Like this one time I had one of my buddies with me and this lady purposely opened up her drawer with her toys and stuff in it. And was like, oops, wrong drawer.
Yeah.
And we were like, all right.
Yeah.
Time to go.
Yeah, we had when I worked at the moving company. We'd always tell them, we come in, the packing crew would come in, and they would always ask. That was like the first thing. Where are your personal belongings in your room? Can you please? We'd hand them a box and paper and all that other stuff, and we would give that to them and say, put all that
We don't want to touch your.
Yeah, we don't want to touch. I don't want to touch your dildo. So please take your personal stuff and put it in this box right here. Oh man. My week's going good. I had a busy week, but I'm glad I got the boys. We got the boys in here tonight, so we're gonna have some fun on tonight's show. And Deana, what have you been up to this week?
Oh, crazy week. Work and 4th of July made it. I didn't know what day it was this morning. What day is it? Is it Tuesday? No, it's Friday. Oh, hell yeah. I'll take that. Small victories.
Did you are you guys allowed to have real fireworks there? Or are you guys?
Oh yeah, it's legal in Wisconsin. They've been shooting them off all week long. The dogs have been not happy about it.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, it seems like I said before on my other show, like a 2-mile radius around this neighborhood. I think if everybody took their money and put it together, they could take care of the homeless problem in Modesto and what they spent on fireworks this year. I swear.
Sure.
It was going
They're not cheap.
on for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
I was at my nephew's and his whole neighborhood. They all do illegals.
Oh, yeah.
And it was crazy this year because they all hesitated at first. Said, "Oh yeah, they're gonna have Air One will be in the air, not in Salida."
No, that's a lot.
I think Modesto PD gave up. because we didn't see any cops this year. You see none, no drones, nothing.
Well, reading a report, they caught 400 people this year.
400.
Yeah, last year was 150.
I feel like you got to be really stupid to get caught. Like just set like we used to like. What we do is we just have the legal ones, set 1 or 2 of the legal ones off, and then put it away.
Yeah,
and then wait for 30 minutes or whatever. Nothing happens, and you set off another one.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't just all day.
Yeah,
but
I will find out who these people are.
Somebody in either Stockton or here, someone around here, lit. Did you guys see that garage? Lit the whole garage on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a 2-story house, and like there's a video on social media of the whole garage was engulfed in flames.
Oh wow! Oh, I saw that. And the truck was still parked in front of it.
Yeah, and I seen one where somebody was shot a firework at some guy like standing outside of his truck, and it went inside the truck.
Yeah,
and then went off inside the truck. I was like, well, fuck.
That's what insurance is for. Jennifer, how's your
Yes.
week going?
Why is there an echo?
I don't know. Maybe it's your end. We don't hear you. We don't hear
I don't
you.
know.
I
Do you
hear
have the
people.
video on
Okay, that's better.
your Facebook?
I think no. Well, my week's been pretty good. I went out of town starting last Friday. I was off Friday through Tuesday. I got to go to a surprise birthday party. I got to go to the La Brea Tar Pits, the observatory, and LACMA, which was really cool. And I got to see Picassos and all different kinds of art.
Nice.
That's awesome.
I had a very, very good week. And I bought the person that I am dating some of that ball hammock underwear.
What?
What is that?
How did that go? Did
He
you enjoy
hasn't tried
them?
them on yet, but just because they got delivered to my house. They were supposed to be here before I left Friday, but they didn't show up until later. And I was like, shit. But yeah, I got him the ball hammock underwear. And I can't wait for him to try it.
I feel like this marketing is so much about the girl pleasing the dude that I'm not sure that the dude has any idea what that feels like. I have no man feedback about how those are. I need that feedback.
They're supposed to like cradle them and
They're supposed to.
and the
Do they?
material is supposed to be sweat lick or something like that. It keeps the sweat off of you. So these are like high tech underwear and
right.
testy.
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have
I'm
to
gonna Google
describe
this.
what these underwear look like because we're lost. What do they do?
Oh, I'm gonna Google this and share
They're
my screen.
like-
I know
okay,
exactly what she's
They
talking about.
look like what the fuck do they call them? The boxers, the form-fitting boxers. The
Okay.
one, but they're not loose, and
It's got
they got a little hammock where your balls go.
Oh, God.
And you just drop them into the little hammock when you pull up your boxer briefs, and your balls fit right in that little hammock, and it keeps it elevated apparently so that they're off your thighs, they're off your area, and it's supposed to make you much more comfortable.
Yeah,
It's like the balls version of an excellent bra.
I guess it makes sense. I mean, then they're not kind of just like flying around because I'm a bomb.
Or
Mine
stuck
don't
against your
fly
thigh,
Right,
or
right.
you're sitting
Fly
on them.
helicopter going on my balls.
Are
It's
they?
supposed to cradle them nicely and keep them elevated.
Yeah. I guess that is important if you're trying to have children. After that fact,
Or if you don't want to sit on your balls.
you know,
Yep.
We don't sit on our balls.
yeah.
Speak for yourself. As you get older, you do.
I've heard that lots of times. This is what they look like. Ta-da! They're going there.
So
It's a little nest.
Isn't that?
okay. That's
Am I the only one that?
Looks like a
Wait,
cup,
hold
maybe?
on.
Ta-da!
cup?
It's a ball cup.
It's a package for your
Yeah.
package.
Like
There
a
you
cup.
go.
Yeah.
It's so cute. But I feel like the marketing that I've seen on social media is so.
Is that the?
Here, I'm going to do there.
That's not
It's
even the one
so
that I
like
got. The one
the
that I
girl
got is
bought
more
it.
kind of like shaped.
No, that
So you're-
hole's
you're
not
just-
for you to shit in.
It's a bra for your
Goes in there
balls.
or what?
It's a
well,
ball
gotta-
hammock.
I mean,
Gotta go above
that
it.
doesn't really make sense to me because if that's the front, where's my dick supposed to
All
go?
right. Yeah. Where?
I mean, my dick resides in front of my balls.
So that-
Maybe you need to do a little bit more research on these particular. It's just like putting on a pair of boxer briefs, but your balls have a hammock. That's it.
Okay, but where's
Free.
your dick going? Is your dick going?
Okay,
in that hole?
wherever your penis generally goes is
Okay.
where it would go.
I don't know. I think that was a bad picture. I think we
Yes.
need to find a better one.
Maybe.
I
I
need
don't
some-
know what the brand name
need
is. That
some-
was the Amazon one that I gave.
Maybe we need to find.
I got it from Amazon. I got him the one with the big ass hot dog in the front of it because he loves Costco hot dogs.
I think
Okay, there's some
we need to
funny
do
ones
it-
on here. That's not what we're
Okay.
I think what they
It's a
need
nice
to do
little
is the ladies need to send Mike a pair so he can test them.
No.
Why do we
Yeah,
have to send
I
him a
need
pair? You
honest
can buy
feedback.
him a fucking pair.
I'm not buying a dude a pair, by the way.
They're expensive too.
I like Greece.
I-
Yeah,
I-
there's another,
I don't want
another
that in
pair
my-
I found.
My Amazon
Wish
history.
list.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want that in my Amazon history. I'm trying to find that article. I don't have the link to it.
It's just underwear.
No.
cares?
We're going to. It's. I got it on the. I know where it's at.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me find it. I got it, Bob. I got it.
Okay.
The weird news. And let's see if I can find that. I think that was on Mirror. Mirror.
Come in on.
Mirror. There it is.
I gotta see who said that.
That was that was Amanda.
in your-
Amanda, say hello,
come
Amanda.
in.
Everybody's got to re-register. They aren't cheap, and if imp.
Uncomfy, if well endowed. They're not cheap. We need to look at all of the categories.
Apparently uncomfy. Yeah.
Right.
No, just by
You want
looking
the
at that,
next
it
one?
looks like it would be uncomfortable.
It does not look comfortable. That's all
I
I-
mean,
Just
maybe I'm wrong, but maybe I'll have to try them out. I'll have to order a pair. I mean, what are we talking expensive?
There were
A
11
pair
bucks.
of underwear,
They were 11 bucks.
Oh, okay.
$11.
Yeah.
All right.
I
Yeah.
found another
Those-
pair for 26. Like,
Oh,
that's not that bad. If
I'll order a
I
pair.
think it's
I'll
like
give a review.
bras
Go on,
where
go
the
next
different
Friday.
types.
I mean, yeah, I'm just. I mean, yeah. I'm
Different
intrigued
qualities.
now. I guess we'll buy a pair and I'll try it out. But I'm just saying now it looks.
I would recommend getting a good pair, not
Yeah.
a cheap one.
I'll try to find like a name brand or
It,
something.
it all depends on. Is there some sort of support around that opening? Is there like a plastic in there? Is there, you know what I mean?
It's
Because
not a cup.
it
Okay,
looks
so
like.
what
a
are
cup
they
to
called,
me.
Jen?
They're just. I literally
Oh, that was your name. I thought that
when
was
I
your
looked
first
when I
name.
looked it up when I put it in Amazon, I put underwear with ball sack, and it brought up all different.
Oh God.
Jesus.
I googled ball hammock, so that's
Ball hammock.
officially what I think it's called. It's a ball hammock. It's a hammock for your balls. It's a little
There we
nest.
go. First thing that came up in Google: ball hammock underwear.
There you go. And
There
the
you
really
go.
good ones, the really good quality ones, are gonna probably be about $30. That doesn't look like a ball hammock.
What the hell is that?
Kaiser Permanente. Learn more.
Weird news. This is
Yeah.
our weird news. We
All
got
right.
we got a Barbie. You got a grandma.
Oh, I saw
Every day
this.
as a Barbie in Pink Dream House, but has banned all Kens, and she is one hot grandma. That's all I'm saying. Oh, look at all this shit.
Security alert. Yeah, this
Visited
is not
illegal
it. This is-
infected website. Oh, you're
Oh,
shit,
you're at
though.
risk. I need to shut that damn thing off.
McAfee is annoying.
Where did my salsa
Ooh,
go?
that was a terrible noise.
Ooh.
Make it
Uh-oh.
stop.
Johnny
I
sucks.
have to leave that site. There we go. That's never happened before on Mirror. Mirror's usually a pretty
Interesting.
legit site. So Bob's got it open, so I'll just look at Bob's.
Yeah.
There we go. We'll look at Bob's there. Bob says, let's see here. Bob says Bob's already slept with her.
Yeah.
Oh,
How do you think she got the dream house?
yeah.
Divorce.
This late, I wish I could
She's
open
living the Bob dream.
lady went all out on here. Let me see if I can open up a different website that might have that. Grandma lives like Barbie, right? Barbie. Okay. It's Mirror again, so it won't let me go to that site.
How'd you get it up over here?
There might be another spot. Oh, the New York Post ran it too. So let's see what the New York Post did. There we go. New York Post should be a little bit safer, I think. You know, I would just wish. I understand the need to sell advertisement on websites nowadays, but it's just gotten to the point where you can't even open anything up anymore. Let's see if I. Let me see.
Everything is so.
Let me see. Present. Share screen. Barbie. There she is. Share. See if it comes up. There it is. Hopefully they show a picture of her because she's actually very, very good looking woman. Very good looking woman. Let's see if I can get
John,
there.
that's like
I can't even read that.
There she is.
There you go.
There she is. She's not bad. Not yet. She's 55 years old. Here, let me help my boys out.
Wearing pink, huh?
The whole house is turned into a Barbie house.
She's
And,
living her best life.
Right.
Let me do this.
Seriously.
Bam, there we go. Now the boys can see better. Yeah, the whole house is Barbie. The whole damn house. She's even got a car. Let me get out of
Pink
this.
is just like not a flattering color, though. Yeah, it's just so. Ugh.
Would you date her, Bob?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I would just not go to her house. I'd be freaked out.
Look at the front of her patio. She has this. where
Oh
she,
no, she drives
can
a VW
stand in
Bug
that,
too.
yeah.
Nope, run. Any woman that's ever driven one of those has been bad news.
Yeah, but at my age, you got to take chances.
Oh, okay.
You gotta take chances with this.
She's
psycho.
not even taking on any Kens. You couldn't go to her house.
She does not allow men in her house, which is kind of. I mean, oh my god, are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah, she's absolutely nuts.
That's the front
She's
of her.
not bad looking.
I know.
She's-
I'm not saying she's bad looking. I'm saying she's, a couple fries short of her Happy Meal. Her
I'm
cheese.
not saying she's
How?
not.
Excuse me. How is this different
She's
than
just
some
little.
nerd who likes Star Wars and dresses up as Chewbacca?
Yeah, he's got an issue too.
There you go.
All right,
And
Jennifer.
he will find love at a Star Wars
Yes, he
convention.
will.
Not if he doesn't let any Barbies into his house.
Also true.
I mean, unless he plays for
He
the
may
other team.
hate Barbies. He may prefer Princess Leia's.
No,
Maybe it's a boundary issue because of past problems. Maybe she's like, I don't want no scrubs.
Hey,
Barbie.
I'm
So,
going to
like,
give it to her. At least she didn't try to morph her body.
Somebody
There's
just
a
needs to
couple
do
of
an
them that-
interview with her and ask her which Ken did her wrong.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yes.
Which Ken hurt her.
What? Who hurt you?
Or she probably only dates guys named Ken and she can't find any. I mean, how many people have you met in your life named Ken? I've only met one.
I don't know anybody.
So.
Can it did me wrong?
Yeah, I know
Oh
about
well, I guess
probably,
I know two. I know. I guess
Kenneth.
I know two. Yeah,
Oh,
two
my
Kenneths.
cousin
Yeah.
Kenneth.
I know two Kenneths.
Yeah, I've known probably about 10.
That's not a lot though. 10. Jesus.
She's
You know a
not
lot of
bad
people, Bob.
looking.
I'm old.
I know like 3.
I give her a shot of my Ken doll.
All right. See, me and Dee were on the same page. She's unnecessary.
But
Okay. She's
okay,
living
look.
and she's appreciating it. Who
She
cares?
looks good, but doesn't she also look like she could turn into Cruella DeVille like that? Like
Any
just
woman can do that, as can any man.
look at that. She just looks like
that's
you know, she may be like the sweetest girl in the world, but then Lorena Bobbitt your ass real fucking fast.
See, but I
She
mean,
looks
who
like-
put that in her front
You
porch?
know why Lorena Bobbitt did what she did, right?
She had,
Well, it wasn't because the Ken doll didn't have a dick and
She's
she
hot.
wanted to change him to that, but
no, he was cheating
Is
on
that,
her.
wait,
No,
is
but
that her?
I'm
Oh,
like,
that is her.
That is her.
that's her.
she
This is the
looks
box in the front of the
amazing.
house.
Like
She
No, yeah,
stands
she
in the
looks really
box.
good.
her face, I hadn't seen the close up of her face. She has really good facial, like bone
No,
structure.
no, yeah, she's
Oh
I
yeah.
would go to Georgia to meet her.
that. I mean, the hair looks so good; it almost looks fake.
Could be. Who cares?
I would go to Georgia to
But-
meet her.
Oh, I would not. That would freak me out.
I would do that interview.
I can't handle any. I can't handle when people are obsessed with something like that too much, no matter what it is. I if you're obsessed with one thing too much, it kind of freaks me out.
Hey Barbie, I'll be your skipper. You don't bring any
She's
kids in.
gorgeous. She's like Farrah Fawcett gorgeous.
Yeah,
that's all
she
I'm
looks
saying.
pretty good right there.
That is one hot. I'm sorry, everybody out there, but
I'm
yeah.
surprised this hasn't been like more, like this hasn't made like,
Right?
big news.
I literally saw this article 2 days ago randomly.
Especially because she's so good looking. I would have thought this would be like all
Right.
I would be, if I were her, I'd kind of be afraid because I think she's drawn a lot of people to her house now. I mean,
that's
kids,
true. You got to be fucking careful.
Kids are probably like, Mom, let's go to Georgia.
And everybody knows now that there's no dude there.
Oh,
So
hey,
better be a Barbie
Georgia,
that's packing.
Georgia Roll Dog.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, if she's smart, she has cameras everywhere because you
She
do
has a
that when
pink
you're a single
shotgun.
lady.
That house looked kind of like this. It looks like it's like go back if you can see like a.
She
outside
said
picture
that
of the whole
she
house.
was tired of pretending that she didn't love Barbie,
Mhm.
and she was just said,
Where
"Fuck it, I'm
Does it say where
doing
she
this."
lives?
She said, "Fuck it, I'm doing this. I'm converting everything. I've always wanted to be a Barbie. I've always wanted a dream house. So I'm going to turn my house into a dream house." And she don't care. She does not care what anybody
Where she
thinks.
live?
Huh?
What town in Georgia?
Can you not hear me? Am I not?
Yeah,
coming
I hear
through?
you.
You are.
I hear you.
Oh, where she live?
Georgia.
Georgia.
What town?
What town? What's her street address?
I don't know what town.
What's her social security number and her blood type?
Probably. No.
Well,
Looks like
because-
a small town house.
Apparently, she didn't want to go for the Malibu dream house and move to California.
That's very
So now
true.
we're doing the Georgia dream house.
It's a lot cheaper. In
I'm
Georgia.
sure there's probably like 8
Hell,
of those
you've been
in
sitting.
Malibu if you think about it.
I mean, I'd be, it's like going to your grandmother's
look
house.
at the house.
Or you're
It looks
afraid.
like an older, like small town Philly house. But well, good for her.
She looks like vintage Barbie, and she looks like she's
happy. She looks
just
happy.
like,
so.
good for her.
All right,
She
good
looks
for
happy.
her.
Fuck
Yeah,
it.
I mean, she doesn't care what people think, so she's just kind of done.
Right.
Like, you know
Good
what
for her.
I want?
She's gorgeous.
Here's the question.
I'm
Bob,
all
would
for
you
it.
date her?
Well, absolutely.
I would date her. Mike, would
No.
you date her? You wouldn't date her?
I would date her. Jen's like full mouth, but
As I said, just call me
Louder?
skipper.
No, the headphones are cutting.
Oh, yeah, just push them up. Push them up. There you go. They got the thing. Yeah, those. I'll give you these. Here, you want to switch them?
Talking the
Yeah, that's those.
cutting in and out, John.
Oh, okay. Sometimes it'll do that. I would date the hell out of her. I would marry her.
So the house wouldn't freak you out at all, like
Nah.
walking up into that.
Nah, it
No?
wouldn't freak me out. Nah, I'll take my chances.
You would sleep with her. You couldn't date her. No, you
I-
don't have the patience to walk into that house every day.
I would
Fuck
treat her
outta
just
here.
like my grandmother's house. I would just not touch any of the
dude,
furniture.
any dude after so much time would be like, all right,
I wouldn't
tripping
touch,
over Barbies and
I wouldn't touch any of her furniture. I would, just go in there and do my.
I'll live
thing.
in the garage.
I wonder what the garage looks like.
I'll
Where
live
the
in
hell
the
is that? She's in Georgia. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's where she is. Bob, you can. I think that's what I've read. She's in Georgia. If you want to find her,
I want to go do an interview. Maybe I'll do that with that weekend I have off.
Her name is Deana.
Airfare is expensive. What?
Yeah, actually, Deana Daniels from Fort Smith, Arkansas. not
Arkansas.
Georgia.
I take it back. She's an Arkansonian.
Now that explains everything.
That
She's
explains-
American.
Did you say her name is Deana?
Deana
No,
Daniels.
it's not.
Ah.
Deana. Deana Daniels.
She spells it there.
It's spelled wrong, but I'll take it. I need to go meet this woman. I don't care if it's in Arkansas.
I
That's
can
probably
see,
closer than Georgia, anyways.
see,
For me.
like women just using her to come over to play with stuff.
I'm coming over. I'm bringing
Oh,
her
yeah.
Barbies. I'm going
Yeah.
over there. I'm
Deana's
coming
a
for you,
seller.
Barbie. I need
Yeah.
to sit and talk with you. I think it would be an amazing interview.
She even has a pink coffee pot and a pink toaster.
That's
She wears pink
commitment.
every day.
I wonder if she's gotten like free shit from Pink.
I would be
Like, you know,
Pink
that
like Victoria's Secret, or
Right.
pink like the?
yeah, she was wearing pink. She was wearing the Pink, the brand in that picture when she was.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe, maybe she's sponsored on Instagram. That's not far fetched.
It was a pink pink is in the
If
brand.
she's not, I support that. I'll help write letters for her.
She has 2 children,
Oh, she's
and all of her clothes have been dyed pink.
and she hasn't dated a guy in a long time.
Yep. She says, while not totally opposed to love with no men in her life, she feels she can express herself more and urges other women to get another husband if they aren't being if
Okay,
they're not being
stop. No,
authentic.
this is where it
selves.
ends. End of story. No.
You.
Keep your crazy to yourself, lady. We're all okay with you living your pink dream. That's we cut the line when you start trying to push it on other people. Don't be giving people.
She has 65,700 followers,
I'm surprised it's not more.
and she has 846,000 likes on her videos, which she shares daily.
Oh wow, I'm surprised she doesn't have more. Hey Deana, you know you're being a Seinfeld fan. Remember that episode where they would go over that Jerry's girlfriend's house because she had all the toys?
And feed her turkey and box wine so they could play with her
Turkey and
toys.
Her friends doing to her, coming over to get and she
She
passes
has
out.
an easy bake oven.
She can play with all her toys. Wake up and you're fucking. Oh, that would be horrible. Well, we wish her luck. That was the weird news. That's the only weird news I can find. I thought that was extremely weird. I mean,
That's
just
crazy interesting.
But like I said earlier, which I thought was it was kind of neat because we've seen those women that are out there that do that shit. They morph their bodies to look like Barbie. At least she didn't do that. She's not even taking it to
Thank
that.
Guys do it
goodness.
too.
And she has a great figure. There's no reason to do that. Please don't do that to yourself.
Yeah. Because I mean, some of those they wear like a corset, right, and like super tight to try to get that same figure in their belly.
Oh yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah,
like
that's
they
kinda-
work
kinda
12,
scary.
13 hours to
Yeah,
squeeze their,
Yeah, that's kind of scary.
you know what I'm talking about? The corset.
Yes.
Yeah.
The body modification is a personal decision, and
Yeah.
I don't care if somebody else does it. It's just not for me.
It's not for me.
To each their own. I mean, like Dita Von Teese had her rib removed on either side, so her waist would be like 14 inches. It's crazy, but
I gotta feel. I mean, like, where's
to
all
each
your?
his own, man.
Yeah, us guys, we just had to take a pill and we can add 3 inches.
What about like
And get a lot of spam email.
celebrities are doing now where they're like taking those things out and they're taking like it's like ducts inside of your cheeks. Like women are taking it out, so like they're getting like their indents, like their cheeks are indenting in. They're like sinking in a little bit. Yes.
Like carving, but on the inside of your mouth instead
Yeah,
of on the outside, almost like having your jaw shaved. But like, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they take like there's something inside your cheeks. A couple like well-known, I'll try to find it. A couple well-known celebrities have done it where they take something out, and so it like it makes like your cheeks go in a little bit, almost like you're sucking in like a fish.
Sure, it's almost like
I can't remember.
I
the
get
name.
what you're saying. So they're like lasering off the inside cheek tissue to make your cheeks sink in because your cheeks
suck-
will naturally sit to your teeth, so your
Yeah.
face looks
Yeah, it's
a
crazy.
little.
I don't know. But like you said,
Dina,
to
do you want to
each
do
their
your hug thing? Or
Oh
you want-
my goodness. That's actually very interesting that you said that right away, but I did have some weird news I wanted to throw out there.
Oh, go ahead, throw it out there.
So there's this viral video. I don't know if you've seen this. This has been showing up a lot. There's a woman that was on a plane and she started accusing the flight attendant of not being there.
I saw this.
Did you see this? It's
Yep.
a little crazy, and some of the reaction is a bit. I don't know if this woman is
Have you seen that? Bob?
drunk
Oh,
or
it's-
if she's. I mean, if I'll share the YouTube, I'll share my screen. We'll do that.
yeah, I saw it and I watched it, and I don't think she was drunk. She because I watched the video. She's walking down the aisle in the seats on the airplane. She said that someone that was sitting next to her was not human, and this person changed into
Not
something
real.
not real.
Mhm.
And you watch the video, she walks right down the aisle screaming, hysterical. So they're saying she was drunk, but I'm sorry, you don't walk that well when you're drunk. She didn't look high. She looked terrified.
She was
She looked
flabbergasted.
terrified.
She was true. She seemed scared and she was flabbergasted. Like, what the fuck did I just see? She was having a hard time believing what she saw as well.
Yeah,
So she was freaking out all over the place.
Maybe she just ate some mushrooms or something.
no, dude.
That's what I was thinking. Like
You
maybe
had the look
too
of
many
fear
mushrooms
on her
or.
face. Push play.
All right, hang on.
Ow! That motherfucker back there is not real. Say whatever you want. I'm telling you, I'm getting the off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two fucks, but I am telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real. And you can spit on this plane and you can die with it or not. I'm not going to.
She's
And the
terrified.
reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it.
I would
don't
say
give two
hysterical. I don't know if
but
I
I
say
am
hysterical.
telling you right now.
The way she says telling you and she stalls on it, it feels like she's almost stuttering, which is why I think she might be under the influence of
Die with
Yeah.
them or not.
She doesn't. This is not terrified. I've seen people terrified. That's not terrified to me. That's hysterical. That's crying. That seems like she might be.
Seen
It doesn't seem drunk. It seems like
What
she's
do you
on
think,
something
Bob?
else.
She might be on something, and I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
But
Maybe by accident. Maybe she takes some medication and she took too much of it. I don't know.
Well, they
but
said she was at the bar at the airport before she got on
but
the
she
flight.
didn't seem like, I don't know. That didn't really seem like plastered drunk to me.
Yeah, but maybe
no, she was even maybe a little buzzed. I'll give you that. But
Maybe
even
a
when you're a little buzzed, do you hallucinate people on the plane? Like,
Well,
she
no,
have
but maybe she has medication or something or some drugs that she
Yeah.
took with a couple
that's fair
beers.
with a couple of drinks, yeah.
You know what I mean? She's not drunk, but she took something that she shouldn't have.
To me, she looks scared. Look like she has that
John,
look
I've
on
seen
her
terrified.
face, like
That's
she just
not
saw
That's
something.
not terrified. That's hysterical. Those are two different things.
she
Well,
was
you gotta
definitely
keep in
hysterical.
mind-
That was a
Terrified
You
and
got to keep in
hysterical.
but-
mind, though. You got to keep in mind that you know what's going to happen to you once you're on that plane. Okay, so you know you're not going to get up and say or do something stupid like that unless you're really, really fucking scared. Because
Or you're under the
you
influence.
you can get yourself into a lot of fucking trouble doing shit like that on a plane. I mean,
That's
big
why I'm
time.
saying I totally believe she's under
never
the
fly
influence of
again
something.
kind of
What?
shit.
Well, here's the thing. She voluntarily left the plane and waited for the next available flight. She didn't ask for security to come and get her. She voluntarily left the plane because she was
Yes,
terrified.
terrified. She was terrified.
And yeah, I will give you she was hysterical, but she was scared of something.
What if you saw some shit like that? First, you got to tell
You know,
yourself
I
whether
think
or not
so.
you just saw
I'm-
something that you
I don't-
saw.
I don't do drugs. So
I'm
I
off.
don't know
No,
what she
you know,
saw.
but-
That's the
I
thing.
see the person next
I've
to me
never
kind of
seen
morphing in
anything.
and out.
I've never seen nobody morphing. So
Not yet.
I'm like, fucking open the doors, bitches.
oh yeah, that's the other thing. I'm not stopping to grab my bags. If I see ET morphing next to me, I'm out. I don't give a shit about my bags. My fucking Lulu, my Coach purse. I'm gone.
Wow.
I'm sprinting.
Yes.
If you've seen ET morphing next to you, you girls, you're telling me you're grabbing your bags?
Hey, that factor.
Or are you making
Figure out.
or are you making a beeline for it? down that aisle?
Like $5,000 bag.
I'm running.
Cell phone.
If
Text.
I see
cash.
something like that, I am running.
I'm running too.
Fuck
I
outta
watched
here.
that over and over again, and I'm kind of looking at her face. I'm not paying attention to her words.
Dude, you don't
just-
grab your purse. You don't grab your
I'm
carry-on.
seeing someone
run.
with big, bold,
Most people on
bold
planes
eyes.
with women,
Her
their
eyes
purse
are
is still on.
open, like she's.
Well, yeah, but did she have her bag with her? She was pulling her bag.
She had her purse.
Right.
Yeah.
just had her.
No, I
purse.
thought she had like a carry-on with her, like a
Play the video
She
again.
She might not have totally
I
sat
closed
down
it already.
or might have put
have
herself
like
up.
a bag with her.
Here's my theory. All right. What if she just figured out she's Tyler Durden herself this like for some period of time? Fight Club? Tell me you've seen Fight Club.
Oh, that's a long time. I haven't seen Fight Club since.
Yeah, she. Oh, you think she's
What if she
schizophrenic or
Tyler
talking
Durden
to
herself and she like, yeah, she might be schizophrenic and she just realized that she's been
True.
talking to herself for a while. Like,
Maybe. Shit.
you never know.
That's what I was thinking too. Maybe she was, what do you call it?
Well, I mean,
Schizophrenic.
nobody else
knows who Tyler Durden is. Come on, you guys.
Well, I think that's what we're going to find out a little bit later. But if she did have some mental, I thought the same thing. Maybe she had some mental.
Do they have
issues.
cameras on the? They have cameras on the plane or no?
Those were just cell phones.
No,
I
but
don't
do
know.
they? I don't think they have
Those
People
cameras.
are recording it.
I think they do.
No, I think there's one right when you come on,
Probably
and
in
then
the
there's one
front.
pointing down the rows. Those are the only two cameras I think
Well,
I've seen. In
My question is how come nobody else is reacting? Just her.
dude, but you
She's
watch.
crazy.
Everybody turned around when she goes, that guy. You watch everybody play
Oh.
the video again. Every single person goes, oh shit.
Yeah, but they turn
They
around.
all turn around.
It's a natural reaction. You're going to turn around and be like, "Who the
Yeah.
hell's this?"
I
chick
want to
pointing-
know.
Who's this chick pointing at? But nobody around
Yeah,
them
she's the only
said
one.
anything or
Yeah, she's
got
the only
up.
one. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. Maybe something will come up. They did quickly. What I thought was weird is they quickly said that she was at the bar. Like they were trying to cover something up real quick on it. That's why I kind of
That
thought,
could be.
okay, this is odd. Why is it all of a sudden really quickly like that? Within 10 minutes of that video going viral, all of a sudden she was at the bar.
Oh no, I bet they already had their PR team working on that. When that happened, I guarantee you they already had it planned. And if it went viral, they knew what they were going to do.
Watch the people though when
No.
she goes
Telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real. They would have been one.
This is weird.
I'm telling you.
No, she doesn't. She just
and
got
there's
her
a
back.
reason why I'm
She
getting
doesn't
the
have real. She's not
phone,
real
and
anything.
everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't want two but I am telling you right now, that motherfucker
She
back
was
there
choking
is
on
not
tears there.
real.
Everybody turned around. Yeah.
That's a flight attendant.
Even the flight attendant turned around.
Yeah.
Look at right. Well, that was the flight attendant at the end of the aisle.
Yeah.
Look how chill this guy is in the hat.
Yeah.
He's just like, all right, bitch, keep moving. I'm trying to get to my destination.
She might have final destination. She nodded off and
Look,
thought we were
look,
all
this-
gonna die.
you just- when it ends.
And you can die with them or not. I'm not going to.
We're gonna.
Okay, dude's just like chill. He's like, okay, whatever.
Legs
Checked
crossed
her
and
ass
everything.
out too on the way out.
Oh,
He
I
checked
would have
her
checked.
ass-
I mean, yeah,
checked
she
her
was
ass
a
out.
cute looking
He was like,
girl.
Let me
I
check
mean,
her ass out.
Too bad she is either schizophrenic or does drugs, but I mean, she's good
Yeah,
looking.
she's crazy.
I'm
good
thinking,
looking.
What if
I'm
she's
saying-
not?
and she saw something
What if she's not? Oh well, you know.
because she doesn't look
I
drunk
chalk
to
that
me.
up. I chalk all this kind of stuff up to the alien shit.
Now she could
Yeah.
be.
You guys can
she
talk
could be
about it
on
all
something.
you want until I get a freaking 4K video of one of our amazing
4K.
cell phones. We have all this technology. We have
One
our,
can just visit you.
our fucking phones have amazing cameras on them.
Yeah.
Like I can look at something, all the way down the street on my phone, but
Yeah.
we can't get a picture of ET.
You
Well, that-
realize that there are certain elements out there with technologically that can interfere and interrupt a phone's ability to record, right?
Sure.
I'm sure, but like I had what's
Hey.
his name? I can't remember his name. I think it's he's the that scientist, DeGeneres. I think his last name is. He's the black guy.
Tyson.
Tyson DeGeneres. Yeah,
I know who you're
he made
Yeah.
a great point about that. He talked about it. He said there would be no way that aliens could come to this Earth without us knowing it.
Right.
With 8 million cell phones out there.
What if their technology was far beyond us, which I'm sure it is, because we're
But
we
he's just
may
saying-
be the dummies of the universe.
Yeah,
seen too
they're,
many
they're
sci-fi
just saying there would
movies.
never be a
Everybody
surprise visit.
Everybody
by
has
them.
seen too many sci-fi movies.
Everybody has a cell phone.
What evidence?
8 billion. I'm
That's
sorry,
the
he said
other
8
part is-
billion cell phones.
Give me any. Okay, let's skip the whole alien thing. Let's just for a moment say aliens are real. What proof does anybody have that they are more intelligent than us? but everybody always says
The
they are.
technology that humans steal from their down crafts.
Hey, they built the pyramids. Dude.
We
They're
have
way
no
more
proof of
advanced
that.
than
We have
us.
no proof
Yeah,
of any
well,
down
Oh
crafts.
my goodness.
Yeah,
You don't see a jump in technology after Roswell. You don't see a jump in technology. Human beings were on horse and fucking buggies. And then after Roswell, all kinds of technology just spurted out. And
Reverse
you
engineering.
don't think that they may have
Oh,
had
Bob's
something
got
even
something.
before Roswell?
Bob's got something to say. Go ahead.
Well,
Bob.
you made the comment about the pyramids and stuff at that time. That was advanced
That was-
geometry and shit because everything was perfect.
Yeah.
So I think they could have been here earlier and then let us develop.
Yeah.
But as far as Roswell, before Roswell, they already had the atomic bomb. They already had jet engines. They already had the automobile. It was just a process of people, trying to do one step better. Yeah, Roswell was in the 50s. We had a lot of good shit then, but it was just, the nuclear bomb is the one that got everyone thinking about how to generate nuclear power to power everything else.
Yeah, different level.
Now, could there have been some type of extra technology in that? I don't know, man. We'd have to talk to Robert Oppenheimer, because he's the first one to come up with like the whole heavy water theory to develop the nuclear bomb.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I mean, and you look at our technology today. I mean, we're snowballing faster. I mean, look at how far we are ahead of where we were in 2000. In 2000, they thought everything was going to shut off.
Yeah, that's the
And
thing.
now we're talking about self-driving cars and
Artificial
in
intelligence.
artificial intelligence. In
1999,
20 years.
in 1999, everybody thought we were done.
Everybody
it
thought
was like the
dial-up
end
was
of the
going to crash. And now look at we carry around everything right here in 20 years.
Well, yeah, but if you look at the advancement though, in 1999, not as many people were into technology, studying technology.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now
that's true.
everybody is now.
True.
Now
And
there's
you
a
look-
lot more
okay,
people.
If you look at the thousands of fucking years when human beings started to have civilizations and they freaking they had civilizations. Look at the time frame where their technology advanced, which at times would take hundreds of years, and then look at the technology in the last 150 years. It's insane. And to think that there is not a more intelligent being or beings out there would be ignorant and very self-centered of humans to do.
I think the exact opposite.
Yeah, me too.
I think the fact that we think there's something there, that we are so smart that we think there's something out there, is a level of ignorance.
Well, no, and
When there's little to no proof.
yeah,
There's little to
Have
no.
you ever heard of the Phoenix Lights, with thousands of people all saw the same fucking thing in the sky?
Yeah, what about the Mandela effect?
Well, hey, there was a bunch of people that saw the
What about
Virgin
that?
Mary in the sky too. Do you believe all those
Half the
people?
world
about that?
died.
What
in-
about that?
I'm a Catholic.
Okay,
You believe that?
The Mandela.
How
I'm,
many
I'm,
thousand
I'm
people saw the
familiar with the Mandela effect, and if you
Complete-
don't think that there might be glitches in some type of matrix or
Think all the
alternate parallel universes, you are blinded.
I
So you think that
someone
we're in a
drank the
matrix.
wrong
You don't-
water.
you think
that
this
day.
is a
No,
simulation?
Jennifer, I'm with you. I think there is a higher intelligence out there.
You think that?
obviously.
Yeah, God.
Yeah.
You think this is a simulation?
No,
I
no.
think that there are various levels of reality and there are parallel universes, and I do believe in a lot of things that you probably don't.
Yeah, that
Huh?
hurt me.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, did this hurt? Did that hurt?
No.
Did that feel like
I
it
can
was
feel
real?
it. It didn't hurt.
Yeah, there you go. All right, look, that hurt.
You are a walking vessel. You are a walking flesh
I
vessel
know
with
there are
a brain
aliens.
and a soul.
I want to sit in my front
Yes.
yard and drink a Coors Light with them.
Right.
That's
Oh,
what
I
Well-
believe in God 100%.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I don't believe in aliens.
well, I don't know.
Okay,
because
I believe in you.
The,
Go ahead, Bob. Hold on. What do you got, Bob?
the Milky Way is so huge,
Yeah.
that you gotta believe that there's another planet out there with people on it or
Yeah,
some kind of
I would. Yeah,
life form.
Yeah, you would
But
think
you know,
there was.
somewhere out there that there probably is.
But there's no proof.
Intelligence.
No, well, I don't know. Again, look at like in the ancient times when we didn't have any technology and all the great things were built precisely.
Mhm.
You know, it's just like the
There's too
pyramid
much evidence of a higher level of
Geometry, yeah.
intelligence.
geometry. Look at the Incas or the Mayans when they
Yeah.
built all the things.
Look at
that
the
had such-
similarities.
But
You're right. Somebody helped
that
them
has
with that.
to do a lot with our own, the way we are as humans and our technology. I
Yeah.
believe
And
that
size
something
with
you
the
do
same
something to
geometry?
help yourself.
I mean,
You do something to help yourself, like we
Yeah.
do. You limit the mind.
Yeah.
And I believe that there's people back then that were a lot more intelligent than most of them today.
Yeah.
Because they had to figure those things out,
Right.
and they had to use their
yeah,
mind. To
yeah,
those
but I
levels.
mean, you can't. You got to take it for instance. Just you look at even if you go back 2,000 years ago, 2,500 years ago, and you have the Colosseum, you have Rome, you have all these amazing things being built, and then all of a sudden the Dark Ages. Like I find it hard to believe that us as humans just decided to say, "Fuck it, we don't need all that."
I think a lot of that has to do with the way that we were back then. I mean,
Well,
people were literally just going around annihilating
Well, yeah, but you still had
people
you
for
had
no
Greece,
reason.
Rome. You had empires, the Persian Empire. These were look at these monuments that they left behind. This is advanced technology, and all
Easter Island.
of a sudden, human beings just said, "Yeah, fuck it," and just went into the Dark Ages where we were just fucking. Yes, I know there was the plague and all that other nonsense, but you can't just say we just stopped. It almost felt like somebody decided not to help us anymore and just said, "Here, let's see what happens."
Nah, I don't think that happened, because if you look at the great civilizations and what they built and stuff, they were very polytheistic. They had gods for everything. I think during the Dark Ages, you had the rise of like Catholics, the Inquisition. They're killing people who's not Catholic. Then you had the rise of the Muslims, and they're killing people because they're not Muslims. And I think people just stopped seeing what they can do better, and then now you got to stay in line with it. Whatever religion's in charge, they're afraid to go out and express.
Still believe that there's a more intelligent beings out there.
Yeah,
and you have to think about the
it just-
population too.
Yeah.
How small the population of the world was.
Right.
I mean, they
Well,
said what
dude,
was
you
it?
got to think about this
was
for
it
1
Mao
second. There
that
was
murdered all those people.
There was 1 million people lived in Rome. 1 million people lived in that society with toilets, with running water, with baths, with fucking amazing structures, and then all of a sudden, nothing.
Wait, hold on. Your definition of toilets.
They had
and our definition
supermarkets,
of
they had
toilets is
shopping
very
centers, they
different,
had buildings people were living in. They were a city structure that supplied the demands for 1 million people is not easy to do. Think about that. Look at how hard we have 250,000 people here in Modesto,
But we don't.
and we
they
can't
don't
seem to
live
keep
like
this
we
fucking
did,
place.
John. That's
Rome,
what we're
Rome.
saying, that these people lived like we did. You're talking about people living in.
Yeah.
And
If
like
you would take the
sheds.
technology that they had during the Roman Empire and compare it to us, of course not. But that's still what is advanced. I mean, they were smart enough to say, "Hey, we need that fucking water that's up there on that mountain when it melts. Let's run it down into our fucking."
Yeah.
I mean, and to be precise, you know what you're talking about? How to make sure you are leveled to the point where that water ran all the way.
I don't
into
know.
Rome.
To me, I don't think that's that crazy. I
Oh,
totally believe that
that's
those
insane.
people could have figured that out.
Oh, absolutely, me too.
That's not
Yeah,
that.
I do.
I don't
do.
think that's that far fetched.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying to me, it just feels funny that all of a sudden all that knowledge is gone, just gone. Everybody just decided to live in shit
when
and
people
poverty
were wiping
and
each other out the way they were.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
I just and then the Earth thing. To me, I'm sorry. If you start looking into all that stuff and you start realizing how everything had to be so precise for us just to be here, just for us to be alive, how everything had to come together at that one specific moment. And that's insane. Somebody had to do that. Somebody had.
Yes, they were aliens, and they took the DNA from the people that were on this planet, and they
I don't know if
spliced
it
them,
was
and
God
they
or whatever.
created new
I don't
beings.
know. I don't know.
Two
but
atoms
you can't.
that came from one came from the left side, one came from the right side.
Right.
We don't know where they came from, but they came from somewhere.
Right.
They smashed together,
Big Bang Theory.
and then you got this right here.
Right? Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Your
Just-
God is my alien.
But think
Just
about
close
that.
enough.
though.
Potato, potato.
But
Just,
you have
know,
to.
not
You
too
also
far
have to think
away.
about. You have to have
Shit.
the exact amount of oxygen here on Earth. Nowhere else in the world, in the galaxy, does it equal to what we have here.
I know.
Every-
Well,
You don't know that.
everything-
Have you been to every fucking planet?
I
Nowhere
haven't.
we've ever researched
Right.
is capable of what
Right.
we
Well,
have.
that's only in our
Let's go
solar
that far. Nowhere we've ever been to or researched.
in our solar system.
It-
Okay.
solar system.
In our
Because we
Currently.
can't let alone get to the bottom of the fucking ocean, let alone go to all the planets
Hold on.
that
Hey,
may
Thank
have
you.
life.
But the argument
Dina-
that we can't
Dina
get
and
there doesn't
Jennifer,
mean that it's there, though.
would
Everything
you
that
sleep
we
with an
can
alien?
able to
It's
read.
okay to be narrow-minded and not to think of
That's
things
not
that are
being
bigger than us.
narrow-minded. That's
It's
the opposite of
okay.
being
I
narrow-minded.
accept your thought processes for you.
All right. Would you sleep with an alien?
Would you sleep?
You don't know whether
It
an
depends
alien
on
may
the
not
alien, I
necessarily
guess.
have the
saying,
same
I'm just saying,
organs to do
coexist
anything.
with each other. Eventually,
You
some
assume everything is human-like.
I mean, yeah, he's got
Well-
a dong. I'm sure.
All right, wait, hold on. Let's get back.
Humanoid-esque, I suppose.
Go back. Bob's
Humanoid.
Let's get-
trying to bring the show back.
Let's get back to the question in
Let's-
general here.
Can we? Yeah.
You sleep with an alien. Okay, what movie? Independence Day? No.
Ooh, yeah.
That series V? Yes, because even though
No,
they look like humans, they were hot.
Yeah.
but they were lizards underneath.
Yeah, but they were hot on the outside.
Yeah.
Alienation, no.
What's the one with Mel Gibson?
Oh, that's the one. Oh, yeah.
Signs?
Yeah.
Signs aliens? No.
Close encounters of the third kind.
Nope. Those
We-
are
I'm
creepy.
just going to be concerned on how many teeth they have. and
Yes,
how sharp
but-
they are.
No, there's supposed to be. There's okay. The thing is that if you follow anything that's alien related, you know that there are multiple subspecies in different species. Some of them are humanoid-like, and others are other-like. Some of them may even be an artificial intelligence that is robotic. There are so many things that have been said about the different
So-
levels of aliens and what's
Art-
out there. There is
Artificial intelligence, are you talking Autobots or the Decepticons?
No, not Decepticons, but that would, Autobots would be cool. That would be totally cool.
What they say,
But the thing is that there are supposedly beings called the light ones or the white ones. They're tall, sweet, kind of very tall and light skinned and light hair colored and all that
You know
stuff.
what? Today, I think I
You
want
mean like, are we talking like Game of Thrones?
25-year-old Shania Twain.
Yeah, Targaryen like, but tall and thinner. And very, very pale, supposedly. I mean, I haven't personally seen them, but there are different levels. They're supposed to be there's the little grays that we always hear about, the ones that we see all the pictures about, and even carvings in fucking caves that are thousands of years old, and
All right.
fucking
Hold on,
crafts in the sky,
You
in
guys.
art, in caves, in art from
Hey,
thousands
take
of
a deep
years
breath,
ago.
Jennifer. Take a deep breath. Hold on. I'm gonna start with Deana.
Hmm?
If they just showed up one day in our atmosphere, I want you to tell me what you think our reaction would be. Do you think we would be friendly, or would we do what we always do and just feel threatened and attack them? How do you think we
Knowing humankind, we would freak out and attack them. I would like to romanticize that that's not true, but
Bob?
there's a line in Men in Black in the very first movie, and Tommy Lee Jones says, "A person is smart. People are dumb, crazy, panicky idiots, and you know it."
How about you, Bob?
I don't know. You would have to
With
look
this
at
current administration.
with this current administration.
Oh God, no.
You give them cocaine and see what goes on. No, I think
Anyone.
I think that it all depends how many showed up. If it was one ship, I think you would want it to land just so we could study and see what's going on. If it was 1,000 ships,
that's it.
yeah, I'm grabbing my shotgun, something. Now I'm
That's
gonna fight back because that's an invasion. Okay, that's an invasion. Okay,
Are we
one
talking
ship.
about a meeting or an invasion?
Yeah, we're talking about one ship is okay. Land. Let's talk about this. What do you guys want? But 1,000 ships is like, nah, if I'm going down, I'm going down fighting, man.
America.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Oh God.
How about you, Mike? What do you think? How do you think
Oh,
we would
I think
react?
I'm right along the same lines as Bob. It
Yeah.
all depends on how they come here and how many there are.
If I see
If there's
one,
one, I don't think they're not going to just blow it out of the sky. I mean, they let the Chinese spy balloon get over,
Let it
get right
go
over
across the whole
Montana.
country.
I mean,
Nothing
but
to see
if,
here.
if it was like more of an invasion, like all hundreds, thousands of these ships came in, Yeah, I think we're probably shooting them down. We're trying to at least.
How about you, Jen?
First, if something like that showed up, I would be going in the opposite direction so that I can watch and see whether or not they eat the stupid humans who think that they could shoot them with a fucking shotgun. And I will just make sure that I am far enough to determine whether or not these were a friendly situation or have they come back to finish the job they didn't complete when they first created us. So I would be I'd have a lot of questions and I would want enough distance to have some of those
What
questions
is that
answered.
movie that they have? What's that? It's that newer movie where they have the lady go and talk in the ship.
Oh, that was wasn't that with
I don't remember that. What's that lady?
Amy Adams.
Is that her name?
With Amy Adams.
She goes into the ship. And,
Arrival. That
Arrival.
movie was amazing.
Yeah.
did they actually
That's
show
a good
something
question.
At the
Who
end
did you
or no?
send?
I don't remember.
You don't send you don't send who. I don't want to say his name on the show.
Did they actually show like themselves, like
You
what
don't
they look
send
like at
Biden.
the end of that, or no?
No.
I don't
They show what they look like throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
They're giant, like octopi
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
monster things.
Who do you
And they
say,
speak
Bob?
through ink blots on the
Our current, not just our current administration, just any person that you could pick to send up there to talk to them. Who'd you send?
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
I honestly can't think of a person I would send up there.
You.
It depends on what type of impression you would want to make. You can send Roseanne Barr and make them think that we're all a bunch of twats. Or
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. Well, there's that too. Send
And then Deana?
Deadpool.
Will you send him? Deana?
Ryan Reynolds, because he'll make them laugh and be
The Canadian to do an American
Ryan,
job.
yeah. Send a Canadian to do an American.
Send a Canadian to save the Americans. That's awesome.
Hey.
I would think you would want somebody with a high IQ, somebody really intelligent, like an Elon Musk or something.
Yeah, I was thinking Musk.
No! Are you insane?
He make a deal. He do
you
a
think
shady
Ryan
deal
Reynolds
with
is what we need to be doing?
I can see Musk.
Elon Musk is a moron.
He's up there. Shady deal.
Shit. I mean, I
Hey.
think you could call him a lot of things. I'm not sure if
Make sure I get
moron
to
is
keep
on
Twitter.
He's a very rich moron. He should stop opening it.
Yeah, I'm with Mike. You do need to send someone with a higher intelligence level.
He's higher intelligent, but he's
I would think that you
normal.
would send a scientist,
like he's
someone who has
not-
accolades in science
I
and
wouldn't wanna go-
understanding of
Here's
the
my-
world views.
No,
as
because
well
the
as
reason I would
politics.
want I would want to send a scientist, but only one that can actually. There are some that cannot talk back to us lower intelligent people. So if I'm sending a scientist, I'm going to send somebody that can actually come
you
back
can't send
and explain what's
somebody
going on
that's
without
like-
me having to pull out an encyclopedia.
Yeah.
My point is, you need to send somebody up there that is socially apt, not
Yeah.
up there,
Yes.
whatever. Should
In
be.
a while.
You
In a
need
lot-
to send somebody that could, like
in a
a
lot
good
of the greatest-
salesman, somebody that has charisma, so that
Probably
we don't look like assholes.
Do we send someone with no? I'm going to get in
That
trouble.
science guy, Neil,
Let me-
whoever.
I say what I'm
Neil
saying.
deGrasse Tyson.
Yes.
No.
Neil deGrasse Tyson could probably do it. That's
Yeah, I
probably
think
the
so,
perfect
too.
person to do that.
That guy.
I agree with that.
I'll send Elon before I send
Let me put the where is
Or
it?
That's why we're not
Reeves.
friends, Mike.
or Joe Rogan. There you go. Joe Rogan.
Here, I'll put this.
along
You
with
want to
everybody.
get us all killed?
He
Then
gets
we'll
along with
send Joe
every
Rogan.
person.
I'll put this up before I
There's
say what I'm
literally
going to
almost
say.
nobody that doesn't like Joe Rogan.
Whatever we do, we do not
He
send a
literally gets along
female
with
up there.
everyone.
We do not send a female.
No, we do not send a female.
Wow.
Send the female
That's
too.
very harsh
Whoa.
overgeneralization
As long as
I
he
do not
is-
appreciate.
As long as it's not like that time of the month.
or she's in a happy, loving relationship.
Oh yeah, if she's no, because then she's just gonna be worried about getting back to her family.
For the look,
we
Jennifer's
need somebody that
upset at
doesn't
us.
have a family because then she's not
Like
too
you,
worried about dying.
Male chauvinist. No, the reason I say we don't send a female up there is because they can take her and breed her. So we don't want to send anything that they can
Jesus.
breed.
Oh my God.
Just say.
Okay, I'm done. Next topic, please.
No, hold on, wait.
But come on.
Well, no, hold
Jen.
on.
Go ahead, Bob.
See, here's the deal. You can't send a woman because if she gets in, they're friendly. The aliens go, hey, let's go have dinner somewhere. She's not gonna know what she wants to eat.
No, but we can't be sending like
I don't know.
we send like our best and brightest woman, and they're just like, oh, we're gonna take her because we can populate with her,
Yeah.
and then they just take off.
Yeah, I would be
At least if
careful.
they
Thinking as a human and not the possibility of a species that have basically seen us freaking evolve. So okay.
Well, you're assuming that, but what if they're from so far away and they just happen to stumble
Yeah.
across us?
Yeah, what if they broke down here?
Yeah. What if they just stumbled
Okay.
across?
Moving
All right,
on.
if we are
We're
gonna-
not going to agree. Let's
if we
agree to
are gonna send
disagree.
an email,
Moving on.
Now we're talking
Moving
about
on.
If Girls Are Easy. That's a
Girls
different
like
alien movie.
No. If we're going to send a woman, let's send AOC, okay? Because she's hot enough that they might want to like
we just gotta be-
procreate with her, but she's stupid
Okay,
enough that they
can,
won't.
can we move on?
All
All
right.
right, let's get to those hugs.
Go.
Hug.
Oh, hugs! Yay! Let's talk about hugs.
This
There
is
is a science to hugs.
It's just
Me
thought
and John
about
actually had a
people.
talk about
other
this. Like,
people and other women, so it's kind of like
What?
you'll get to it.
All right, go, Deana.
Dina's gonna go.
all right. So there's a whole like science to hugs. Why do girls hug? There are lots of different reasons. This is probably my favorite article about why girls hug over the shoulder.
Over the shoulder hug.
The over the shoulder hug. There we go. Share it.
All right, let me put
And
you on.
unfortunately, they reference the Gen Zers a lot in this, and it makes me a little disgruntled. But that's
It's like
okay.
they invented it. Like they think they invented
Is
the
Gen Z
over the
after
shoulder
us?
hug. You bastards.
Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. That's why I won't scroll down.
Gen Z is after
Um,
millennials,
yeah,
right?
Yes.
I'm skipping over that part. But yeah, and even if it's a very tall, I call myself doing this too, and I prefer a man that is 6 feet tall or more, and I'm 5'3". So
Women
that's
do
a
always go
pretty
for,
big,
over-
especially if it's somebody that's interested in you or you might be interested in them. Girls tend to go for the over the shoulder. Here's why.
Yeah, we know.
I'm scrolling through this. It's because genital alignment. If the girl's really hot on you, she's trying to get her jingles next to your jangles. That's why.
Really.
Hey, now.
That is why.
okay.
We're rated R.
But this isn't your typical.
Wait,
Hey, I
is-
haven't seen you in a
Is this
year
like
hug.
is this like cock sources? Is this like not like is this like a spoof thing or is this like a real
No, I've looked this up on several different scientific sites, and I thought this is the one that would cut to the quick and get us to the most important part of
Okay.
all of the science. There are different, like, if a girl gives you a side hug like this, she'll like you. You're her
I have
Oh, yeah,
side
that-
friend. That's,
yeah,
mm-mm,
that makes sense.
right? If the girl comes up behind you and gives you a back hug, she's terrified of you, but still has a little bit of
What?
affection towards you. She just doesn't know how to approach it.
That's never
Not
happened to
giving
me.
you a hug at all.
That's never happened to me. Okay.
Oh, if a girl doesn't hug you at all,
No, I'm
Don't-
just saying.
don't
No,
waste
no,
your
the back hug.
Back
Walking up
hug,
from
like,
behind me and
I would
hugging
think
me.
she wouldn't want to hug you. Period.
Yeah.
I feel
there
like
are polite
hug-
girls out there that hug you anyways. There's a gesture. It's like a handshake.
Am I wrong in this? If you did that to a guy, wouldn't it be somebody that you were probably very comfortable with? Like you were being more playful with them because you were coming up behind them?
I
That's
guess
something you would only do with
that's
somebody who's super
to me
comfortable.
that seems more like a friendship hug. That's a
Because
Yeah.
guys do that a lot. Like
Like
you'll see
goofing
your buddy
around.
at the bar and
Mhm.
you'll come up behind them. It's like, hey, what's
Yeah.
up? You know?
sure. But that girl's not trying to start a relationship with you.
No. I'm with you on that. I'm just saying I don't think the whole terrified thing. I think that's her like messing around with you.
It's a very boundaried hug. There are very much borders and boundaries involved in that hug. That is all I'm saying.
All right. I'm with you.
But we get to this hug. The girl's jumping up on her tippy toes, putting her arms around your shoulders like this. Both, but like he's not even hugging her back. She's like, nope. This is called genital alignment. This is because a girl wants to make babies with you.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's also like, I was thinking about this one because it's like, if you start thinking back, I can understand why Gen Z thinks this is like their thing, because this is something you typically did when you were in high school. If a girl liked you, she
Yeah.
usually came up and hugged you that way. We can't do that today. There's just no way I'm doing that to someone today in my 50s. You know, where I'm just,
The guy I'm
Creeper.
seeing is 55 and he lets me do it to him. And he's
I don't
which
see anybody
sounds
doing that at Mike's age either. I don't see many girls just coming up there and just trying to line up their shit with your shit unless they really
Oh,
Yeah, it's somebody you know.
I think a lot of women hug like that. I don't think it has anything to do with lining up your genitalia.
Right.
But I think a lot of women. Now that I'm thinking about it, most of my friends that are girls, that's what they do. They always go up high. Like I naturally, even though I'm taller than them, I always go lower because I know they're
High, yeah.
I know that's what
Females hugging you.
the horny females. God damn it.
Nobody's hugging me.
Hug somebody.
That's also, I
Family.
mean, that's also a very social situation thing.
Yeah, I'm not
too.
hugging
If you're in a group of friendly females, they might go up like this just to be flirty and get your attention and get the party
Or maybe
rolling.
they want to bang you.
I don't know.
Or maybe they might bang you.
And I come
most
from a
women
hugging
do that.
family.
Most
And I don't
girls
think
know,
I've ever
they
hugged
hug.
above
I'm not just hugging men like that. Fuck that shit. I only hug somebody that I am with or that I want to be with.
Right.
Like
No,
that.
okay, yeah. I'm talking about just in general. Like, so when you hug a guy that you're friends with or whatever, but you're not sleeping with, none of that. Do you
I'm not gonna have my titties all up in his chest and my groin by his groin.
then
No,
how do you hug him?
Nope.
he's gonna get
You
a
put
side.
way more effort into the
how do
man
you
that you're
put your
hugging for a reason.
Up with the front hug, but you're not dating.
Sometimes that's the only way
You
I
don't know
that
any
you-
guys that are not your family that you're comfortable enough.
My gay guy friends.
Oh,
Really? I hug my
Thank
female
you.
friends every time I see
Yeah, I
them.
was gonna say I
They
hug
hug
all of
me.
my female
I hug
friends
They walk over,
from
hug
the
me
front.
first, or I hug them. They're just friends.
Yeah.
I mean, but I hug them all the time. They hug me.
all my buddies.
Everybody's different, but I'm not hugging men like that unless I'm with
Not
you.
Not
Well,
like
Not
that.
like that. It's kind of to the side. It's a
Right. It's
that.
a shoulder pat, maybe.
shoulder. You're not doing the
Someday I'll
whole.
only see a-
Okay,
feel
I get-
comfortable with
yeah,
somebody
if they're
that I
like
didn't
super
see all the
tall and
time
you're
come in
going over
that
the
way.
that would be
You know,
weird.
would you?
You would maybe
What?
go more around
I
the
would feel
shoulders than
comfortable
anything.
with somebody I hadn't seen.
Unless you're trying to get that.
That makes sense.
I would
get what you're
automatically think
No.
there's more to this hug.
No, it goes all the time, and
Over your shoulder.
yeah, and you can tell though, because sometimes when you hug somebody you haven't seen for a while, it's just like you give it like 3 seconds,
saying. Yeah,
and then
of
you
course.
try to break it apart, and then sometimes they won't let go.
Then you know.
Yeah, then it's like okay, you need
Okay,
it.
they
right.
may also not necessarily see you as a threat.
Yeah.
I'm not a threat.
Well, yeah.
Exactly, and that's probably why you guys.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, I've got single
gonna get it
girlfriends,
good
and
tonight.
yeah, we hug all the time. I'm not a threat.
I think it's just everybody's comfortability with that person. I
Right.
think is what's gonna matter. How comfortable you are with that person. Because I have girlfriends that like we do kind of more of a side
Yeah.
hug thing, but I do have a lot
The shoulder bump.
friends that
Yeah.
girlfriends like or even some of my buddies' wives that I'm really close with that we hug
Yeah.
face hug. So
Face hug? That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Face
Like-
hug where you just your cheek.
no, I mean from the front,
Right.
like not side hug, like
Right.
we come face to face,
full hug. Full
on hug.
See, I'm
Is
just
it an
horrible.
around
When
the
I-
waist hug though, or is it like a shoulder pat? There's different body language to a hug.
So with the shorter ones, yeah, they might like go more over my shoulders,
Right.
but I'm always underneath.
Right. Yeah.
I always dip down and I'm
we go.
always
Yeah. Men
underneath
go
their
low
arms.
so they can go high.
So they can go high.
I
'cause
always
they
go
always
low
go high.
because I want my hands right there with the hips.
Yeah.
Right by
Girls
the hips.
always go high. I don't know why.
That way I can pull her towards me.
Right.
I got a funny story I want to share with you. Mike brought up the side kiss thing or the side hug. When we got to Italy, I told Frankie, hey, everybody's hugging and they're going to kiss you twice. So he did that for like 2 days, right? And then he just said the next day we were going to church and he saw all those people at church and he knew that he was going to have to say hello to every one of those. He goes, I'm not kissing anybody because that's it. Frankie would just come in and he would lean back. Everybody thought
Hold his
like
head
something's
back.
wrong with what's wrong with your son? He was just done after 2
He
days.
was over it.
There's like 200 people at the church, and he knew like 150 of them were going to be family. So he's like, I'm not kissing or hugging anybody today. He just kept drawing back. Yeah, I like to go in. A guy wouldn't go up high
No.
because that's scary for a woman.
Yeah. Guys don't go up high.
They're going to feel intimidated. If a guy goes up high like that, she's going to think he's here to choke you. So I don't go up high. I always go low.
I feel that. I think a guy going up high on a hug is more of an intimate thing than a woman doing it.
Yeah.
Because the only women I've ever hugged over their shoulders around there is my girlfriends.
Yeah.
That's it. I've
Yeah.
never hugged a woman over her shoulders except for like one of my girlfriends.
Yeah, I go in like this with the hug, and I put my hands right here, and then I just kind of slide them down, and then I'm out. And that's that's my cue,
Jen, huh?
and I'm out. Because that's like
To be clear,
Waiting
this
for
is a
the
panel
porn
full of men
music.
that are not dating
Yeah,
anyone right now, correct?
Every hug.
well, not guys, not guys. I'm talking about-
On my side, we're gonna have a problem.
yeah,
John.
no. guys.
John, give Mike a hug right now. No,
I hugged Mike before.
I need I need to see the body language of your hug right now.
yes, we need
This
No,
is
no, I wouldn't
we
do
need
that.
science.
examples.
I wouldn't do that one, but here we go. I got-
Okay, I'm sure Bob would be more than happy to accommodate you and show you the different hugs.
there you go.
No, I'm not going to practice on men.
You're
I just
all
They're a
a
bunch
bunch
of
of
pussies.
Max.
I just met Mike today for the first time. I've seen him on
In
air, but
person.
never in person.
Yeah.
We did the handshake and we did the bro hug.
Yeah, the bro hug.
We did the bro
Bro,
hug.
elaborate. Show.
Bro hug is you shaking their hands, both of you lean
And
in
then
on the
you
shoulder,
both lean in
and
with
you
the
tap them,
shoulder.
you tap on the back.
Like,
and you're
No,
good.
I understand that, but I wanted a visual example.
We'll send you pictures.
You should have been here at 6:45.
Yeah, I should have been logged in at 6:45. You would have seen it all.
Yeah, there you go. There's hug
Pause.
number one, the side hug.
Side hug, yeah.
The side hug.
Yeah, good seeing you.
That's the
yeah,
bro hug.
That's
That's the one. I don't. Do you guys? I don't really see a lot of ladies doing the side hug. Do you guys?
a hug that I give to my uncles and aunts I don't want to see. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an acquaintance more, than friends. Since
But-
it's-
But as a bro hug, you don't put your arm all the way around them.
Yeah, you don't put that. You don't do the wrap around with the.
You don't
fingers.
do the wraparound. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when
Yeah,
you.
I
That's
guess that's more like a selfie hug.
a selfie hug.
Yeah.
And you don't touch heads. You don't touch heads.
No,
Guys don't
see,
touch
this
heads.
is the other thing too. Is I don't side hug. I don't side hug a lot of guys.
Yeah, me neither.
If I'm not willing to give you a dap, like
Yeah.
if I'm not willing to dap you up and give you the bro hug,
Yeah.
then we're just gonna shake hands,
And that's
or
it.
you're gonna get nuts or something. Like
Right.
I'm not gonna. I only side hug
Gonna get
women.
nuts.
I
Okay,
forgot to
so
just touch drink.
Knuckles.
I'm an idiot.
Like you're gonna get a fist bump. Like that's it. I'm
Yeah,
not-
no. See, that's the friend hug. That's how I. That's how.
yeah, that's the friend hug.
Now
That's how I
pretend
hug my
Bob.
female
That's
friends.
Bob and Mike right there. That's the friend
But
hug.
you're angled to the side, and your groins are like they're
Right.
not. There's a difference in that
Not
hug.
aligned.
That's the friend
Your
hug.
shoulders are aligned and
They're
not
not angled to
up
the side.
above
Their
neck.
their heads are angled to the side, but they're still they're chest to chest.
No, that's a woman and a man friend hug right there.
Yeah, that's
that's-
chest
Yeah,
to chest.
her. But if you look, her face is really angled to the side, as is his. Their body language is different in that.
I like you, but just as a friend.
Yeah, I mean that's a friend.
Yeah, it's kind of like the tat tat tat. You don't want. Yeah, it's.
Yeah, but I'm saying they're. But I'm saying
Now
they're,
just
the rest
picture
of
me
their
sliding
body
my
is still
hands
face.
down.
Oh
still
God.
front. I don't know.
Just picture me sliding my hand down.
Okay, keep going.
Oh Lord. Moving on.
The hug from
From
behind.
behind.
That looks like the damn.
Yeah, see
Right?
that you gotta
That's
know.
what I was saying.
You gotta
If
know. a
someone's
woman.
hugging me from behind, like
Right.
you,
Someone's that my hand up and what the fuck?
Yeah, this is something guys do a lot. Like at bars, they'll see their buddy, they'll come up behind them. Hey, what's up? That's it. You know, it's just
Yeah.
quick, boom, in and out. But I cannot see a guy doing this to a girl that he doesn't like or know.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Right,
No.
but the roles reversed for a girl to do that to a guy is a very different
that's a very
equation.
different thing.
I would enjoy that.
Yeah,
I
me
would
too.
kinda-
Most men would, but
Yeah.
it's just different for the different sexes.
Yeah, I wouldn't
in the
mind feeling her
circumstances.
boobs on my back.
But my point was the thing that Dee was reading made it sound like a negative thing. Like she's doing that because
Because she's afraid.
she's
Because
afraid
she's afraid.
she's not really friends
Yeah.
with you. I think the opposite. I think if a girl is willing to do that to you, you guys are probably close in something. Either
Yeah.
you're dating or you're friends.
It says that it's the pose is bonding for couples because they can stay physically close
Yeah.
at the same view. Generally, the taller person. So if you're in a relationship, that's perfectly fine and
Yeah.
it's very acceptable.
Yeah.
But if you're like out and about and it's somebody that you even if you know and you're not
that
dating
fucking
and they
elbow,
do that, it's why
Yeah,
are
that's
you doing
not
that?
normal. You don't
That's
really-
weird.
I mean, I've had girlfriends, like girls that were friends, randomly do that, like at the bar or
You're not in the
something.
shot,
but
Bob.
It's
not
different for
very often.
men.
You're in,
Same.
you're in.
coming up
Oh,
behind
yeah,
you.
I'm there.
You don't want
It's
to
just
catch an
because I
elbow.
forgot the screen got
Right.
smaller. Yeah. Yeah, because if you don't know this person, if I walked up behind her, she's thinking she's getting
Oh
raped,
hell!
getting an elbow,
Right.
even a backwards
Raped.
headbutt. Yeah,
Your
yeah,
balls are getting soft.
yeah. You're losing some teeth. You're getting a headbutt.
Yeah, I want to hug that chicken ad right there.
She'd be like,
Right?
"Oh,
I want to come from behind and hug her.
Yeah, absolutely.
that's the intimate hug."
Yeah, that's
the
very
That's
intimate
my
right there.
move.
Yeah.
Intimate
I
hug.
really like
That's
that.
a pull the hips in type of hug.
Yeah, that's
100%.
that is dancing
I'm
to
gonna grab the small of your back
right.
and
Yeah, that
Yeah,
is
arch your
dancing to
hips a
Marvin
little bit.
Gaye. Let's get it on, and knowing that
Yeah,
we're gonna
for
get
sure.
have sex.
is the aligning of the genitalia.
Yes.
The other way is more than this way. It's more than that way because
That
when
is
you-
a forehead to
When
forehead,
I'm
nose to nose.
Yes.
When I'm doing
When
this,
she
I
puts
have
her-
arched my hips and I am
Right.
but what they're
borderline
saying,
thrusting into you.
Yes.
but what they're
if I'm
saying when the
waist hugging
woman
you.
does that, when she puts her arm, she's really opening up to you because this she's kind of, but if she's already put her arms over your shoulders, she's basically opening up everything, not
Yeah.
just lining up with your genitals. She's just saying, "Come and take it, boy."
Yes.
That's what she
Pretty
said.
much.
Pretty much, yeah.
I feel like the over the shoulders is a more maybe more vulnerable
Let's get it on.
This
position.
right here is taking what you want.
Yes. That's a very mutual.
This
Yes.
is either be really good or really bad. This is the kind of hug that you get with like you and your girl are breaking up.
Yeah, because you're
Loving
lining up.
you.
You're lining up.
Jesus
forehead.
Christ!
You're going in.
I'm so sorry for you, Mike.
Just who hurt you, Mike?
I
Jesus.
know.
If
Fuck.
she's hugging you like this, but her arms are up on your shoulder
Your
blades,
hands
Forehead,
yeah,
you're touching
that's
your
probably a
eye.
breakup hug.
We don't
If
know where
love
this
is
went wrong.
true.
Who hurt you,
This,
Mike?
this is a more
Saying
enduring kind of.
Your
hug.
foreheads are touching. Your nose is right there.
Yeah.
You're going in.
Yes.
Oh,
You're
no,
going in
this
for
is
the kiss
totally.
right here.
This is
Yeah.
definitely my bag. You give her the kiss on the forehead.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Good
and then
night.
and then it's on like Donkey Kong after
This is
that.
where she asks you if you want to come up
Exactly.
for some coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
And,
say little sweet nothings in her.
and
to
when
her,
she
then you kiss
says
her on the
coffee,
forehead.
doesn't mean coffee.
That's a good one.
Bear hug, aka the tight hug with the squeeze. See,
Yeah.
that's sending the message.
They're like
That's-
laying down though.
Yeah, that's not everything is sex with you. Sending what message, John? This
don't
is a cuddle time.
All I'm telling you, Jennifer, next time you see me, don't hug me.
I ain't fucking getting near you. Jesus Christ.
Oh shit.
Just put a banana in your pocket, or you just have a
Like, you're like
swimwear.
my brother. You'll get socked.
Jen will be like, "Fuck,
Fuck.
You're like, no.
well, John,
Ew.
back the fuck up, back the train up." Yeah, this is couples. This is couples.
See, this is gonna fuck me up though, because now every time a girl hugs me, I'm
You're
gonna be
gonna
like,
Yeah. Yeah. Negative question.
Analyze it.
Uh-huh, good. You're welcome. My
How
man.
should I
You watched
properly-
enough Seinfeld growing up, and now you maybe will.
start going into for hugs like,
Yeah, right?
Mike's gonna be like, oh, what did that mean?
Yeah, Mike's
my
gonna go. What,
genitalia to the side.
Yeah.
what,
Yeah.
what do I do with my hands?
Eventually-
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
but turn my hips in a 90-degree angle.
Eventually, just gonna come down and let me give you numbers. That's it.
Yeah.
Mike just gives up and puts his
Oh
knuckles
yeah.
up.
It's like, have you guys seen those memes where it's like the guy says point of view when you didn't get laid last night? And he walks into the kitchen in the morning and he like daps his wife up or gives her nugs. He's like, "Oh yeah," and he starts talking to her like a dude.
That is messed up. And so
The videos are so funny though because it's hard to tell whether the girl knows what's going on or not.
Yeah.
But if you
oh,
feel
she
like
knows what's going on.
but it's funny because he just like, "Oh, what's up, homie?" And then like, "Hey, have a good day," slaps her on the ass and then walks out like he would do with one of his buddies or something.
Oh yeah, we get it totally.
And this
Oh,
is
fuck.
commonly done standing up. And there are
Standing up. That looks
are
like they're laying
people that
Mhm.
and it's not just females either because there's men that do this too. And I think most of the time it's family, like somebody you haven't seen in your family, but they do kind of bring you in, like they bring you into that hug. And
I feel like that's
Who's
more of like
raised you.
Yeah.
younger people.
yeah,
It's a
But,
tender
yeah.
embrace.
Like nieces and nephews, I hug
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that, like kind of
yeah.
You
You,
know,
you
squeeze
get that
them a
little
little
extra
bit.
squeeze.
yeah.
I'm like, I don't do that with any of my adult cousins.
No, not adults. That's what I'm saying. It's
No.
something with like your younger nieces and
Yeah.
nephews.
Yeah,
Like,
kids, fine. Love bug, cuddle, cuddle.
yeah, you kind
Oh
of give
goodness, yes.
Absolutely. But not with another adult. Get the fuck
No.
off me.
Oh,
weird.
I'll
Hey,
take that with
it
the
does-
2-year-old all day, though.
When you come over, we'll test these out.
Yeah.
Just
No!
Right.
What is bra-
Picture of each of these and send it to the
Yeah.
site so they can have real pictures instead of
Side hug.
this is the side hug.
This is the one that I think most of us all do. This is the most common one.
One-sided. No,
No,
that's not.
no.
Oh no, I'm sorry. No, the one-sided hug.
No, that's a relationship hug
that's
right
a
there.
relationship
Yeah.
hug. Yeah.
Yes.
This is the hug that the woman uses to let everybody else know
That's
that
my
he's-
man.
That's
yeah,
my man.
That's my man.
This
That's
is
my
my
guy.
dick. Stay away.
Yeah, get your fucking
He's
hands off my man.
mine.
He's mine. Don't touch
Look
him.
someplace else.
We will line up our genitals later.
Maybe she's hugging him because he likes to feel her titties on his back.
Well, that's
good.
it.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm going
hey,
at.
That's
Yeah.
no problem with that.
He might be one of those back titty
Yeah.
guys.
Now, see, this one here is my favorite. Heart to heart hug.
Yeah. This is I love you. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a very
I
intimate
miss
hug.
you.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's lots of feels there.
You want to come upstairs and have coffee?
Oh shit! Oh, God. I heard the C.
Shit. Coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what the kids are
Wow.
talking about? Is
Yeah.
free Wi-Fi?
Yeah, you know, Mike brings up a great point. I think I am so fucked next time I have to hug somebody.
Right?
Seriously.
You know what? I'm. Somebody needs to record him. Somebody's got that duty. I don't care who it is. When he has to hug a relatively good-looking woman, just record him and give him that look.
Yeah. That's
There's
what
no
it is.
hesitation.
I'm gonna
For
start
science, we need samples.
like
Yes.
girlfriends into different hugs to see.
All right,
What they do.
Here,
Yeah.
this is my move. I go in for the hug, and I squeeze a little bit. I do slide my hand down, but then I turn sideways and then bring you back into the side hug.
I
That's my
hope you're
move.
not just doing this to strangers.
No. Everybody. I do that to everybody.
He did it to the mailman yesterday.
I did it to the,
Ooh,
I got extra stamps yesterday. I'm like, no.
nice. I'm sure you
With
did.
With women, that's what I usually do. I come in, I hug you, and then I work my hands down, and then I usually turn to the side and kind of bring you back in on the side hug. And that to me is just like me being friendly, just being friendly. Maybe I'll slide my
being
hand down
friendly.
to your ass. Sometimes it just all depends. It's how many drinks I've had.
No.
He doesn't stop short. That's for
I
sure.
don't stop short. I don't stop short. Everybody's got, that'd be a great show one of these days. Just, but you don't want to share your move. Not everybody wants to share their move.
Because it might be considered assault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2023. Yeah. A hug could definitely be considered
Well, not just,
assault.
I mean, yeah.
Hey, ooh, nice derriere, motherfucker!
You could give somebody a look.
No,
It can be
Can you
considered.
no,
Can you come bail me out?
no. I'd be like, he likes to be hugged.
Right?
He likes to be
All the
hugged.
hugs you want in prison, John.
And make
Too
sure
much.
that you let
You
him
do too much.
that you run your hands down his waist. He really likes that.
No.
And
Yeah.
make sure to grab his ass.
I'm
Just
in
brush
trou-
it just a little bit.
I'm in trouble with this next hug. I don't know who word hug from me. You know what I'm saying? How about you guys? Are you going to start thinking about how you change the way you're hugging people?
Well, Jen doesn't hug anybody.
She
Apparently.
don't hug
Yeah.
you.
And, unless she's dating you, you're not getting
Yeah,
hugged.
you're
No,
not
I'll
getting
give
a
you a
hug.
side hug. I have friends, one of my best friends, but women hug women differently than they hug men when you're best friends too. My best friend is titty to titty. I love you. That's it. She's my best friend. But I'm not doing that to guys. They get the side one or even the bump, or the yeah. I'm not trying to rub my titties up against somebody friend that's a dude. I'm just not trying to do it unless he's gay, and then be like,
I like
I'm a pretty lucky guy
feel like
because
titties on my
my
chest.
friends Erica and Rebecca, it's always
Yeah,
their titties in my chest, and we
Yeah.
just squeeze each other.
yeah.
honey, it's their titties and your titties.
Oh, okay.
All right.
There's
But-
Rebecca.
But do you have any close guy friends that like really good friends? Any really good
Who aren't
guy
gay.
friends that aren't gay?
Hey.
That aren't
I
gay.
have a very close friend. His name is Luke. We go on the metro and we go to we go to Chinatown, little Tokyo, Koreatown. We go to I love him. He's one of my best friends. He's my best male friends.
That's straight.
Yes, he is very straight. He
How do you
likes
guys
the punani.
How do
What?
you guys?
We it's kind of the side hug. I don't. There's nothing. I love him to death. He is my brother from another mother. He gets a side hug, and he knows that I love him. But I'm not trying to make anybody.
Hey, Deana, what kind of hug
Sometimes
do I get,
when you're
Deana?
close with somebody? Sometimes you unconsciously, are a little bit more open with somebody.
I don't
that
want
you're
no
super
damn
close
side
with.
hug.
Yeah, Deana, when you come out for Labor Day, well, yeah, what kind of hugs do we get?
Yeah, what kind of hugs? do
Say
you
no
first
hugs
off,
for you.
I can't afford to come out for Labor Day because I am broke.
Behind
So
you.
it might be next year.
Fist bump.
I'm gonna sneak up behind you and give you a hug.
With
Yeah,
a-
I'm gonna jump like this. Ah!
Football helmet on just in case.
I'm gonna have a Michael Myers mask on.
I'm gonna put my snowboarding helmet
Who
on.
could it be now?
Who can it be?
Remember whose child I am. You do any shit like that to me,
Yeah, right. Hell would never do that to Jen. I don't even. I'm
you
afraid
might get your
afraid
nuts hit
Ray
by
for
my
it.
heel.
I try to hug Jen, let alone sneak up on her.
Like,
Or the Michael Myers
That-
mask.
Jen just wants an excuse to be able to elbow me, so I'm not giving her one.
Did you see
no,
this?
I protect myself.
Britney Spears.
Oh, you haven't heard about this?
The guy slapped her, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I didn't find out what happened. I just heard that he slapped her. I
Okay.
don't know what happened.
All right, so
Yeah,
here's the deal. I forget where they were, but the number one pick for the Spurs, what's his name?
Victor Wembanyama.
Okay,
whatever. Yeah, I know
so-
what you're talking about.
So they were out and they were at the same restaurant,
Okay.
Mhm.
and Britney Spears noticed him.
Yes.
So she wanted to just go over and say hello or get an
Yes.
autograph. Well, she walked up behind him and tapped him from behind.
Okay.
His bodyguard slapped the shit out of her and she hit the ground.
Oh.
Oh, okay, yeah, that bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
Literally.
No excuse. Bad.
Tapped him on his back to turn so he could turn around so she could talk to him. And his bodyguard slapped the shit out of her,
Okay.
knocked her on the ground. So she went back to her table
Okay.
and he went, to his table. So sometime during the dinner,
Uh-huh.
the bodyguard comes back over and goes, "Look, I didn't recognize you, but you got to understand you're in the same boat. Is if somebody came up and tapped you on the back, you would want your bodyguard to protect you as well."
Okay.
And she was kind of okay with it.
Okay.
Yeah, she
But yeah.
accepted the
Did
apology,
they end up?
but
her
she's
and
still going to
him-
sue the
I
guy.
don't know.
Say if her and him
I don't know.
ever talked?
I don't know.
You don't just do that. How many? What? Is
Okay,
he gonna
but
slap
if-
the shit out of a kid?
Yeah. What did he do? I want to know what he did
Well,
because
the bodyguard slapped her in the face and knocked her down.
I'd have to watch the video because I feel like he could have just. Why didn't he push her? If he was able to slap the bodyguard,
Yeah.
and she's not that big, he could have grabbed her and pulled
Right.
her, grabbed her and pushed her.
Right.
It's unnecessary. She
It's-
wasn't a threat.
I would have to watch the video.
Well, then again,
Well,
you
he
don't
doesn't know that.
you
That's
don't
what I'm
know
saying.
she's a threat. She could have a knife or something. She's a crazy fan. Here she taps him on the back, and the bodyguard is gonna.
Oh no, he didn't knock her down.
Yeah, he did. It's not showing the whole thing, but he
Really?
knocked her to the ground.
I don't think so. Look,
Watch.
look.
No, every report says she was knocked to the ground.
There it is.
No,
Oh,
They had to
push
hold
her,
her
but she wasn't
up.
on the ground.
it doesn't look like she fell.
No, if you read every article, it said that she was on the ground.
Well, that wasn't it. Then this is
Yeah.
the wrong video.
Well, maybe it didn't get her going to the ground, but they had to pick her up.
They had
Okay.
to pick her up.
That's weird.
Well,
The-
Okay, but that's not that bad. If I'm seeing what he's seeing, what he
That's
just did,
assault.
no, hell no. That's not assault to me. You can't.
you cannot
He doesn't
walk
even
behind
he doesn't even turn and
somebody.
look. He sees a hand.
Okay, so I mean, you
That's
know
his
what?
job.
If you find yourself in that particular situation,
I
I
would
hope
never
that you
go
don't.
up to somebody famous like that and try to tap them. Hell.
Okay,
no.
let me ask you a question.
For that very reason.
Let me ask you a question. Say it's a female celebrity and another male celebrity who's not as popular runs up, taps her on the back, and her security guard hits him and knocks him down. Is that okay?
It would still be fucking wrong if it's somebody just like, hey, and she was no threat to him. I'd understand
know
if
that.
she seemed like that she was a threat to him.
Yeah,
But the
see,
thing is this
pretty
guy
much
is a
do
huge
that.
guy. He's very athletic. She went up to tap the back. She didn't have a weapon on her. He was a little excessive. He
He
could have
doesn't
went, whoa, whoa, whoa. You know, there's way to take care of that without slapping the shit out of someone.
Yeah, but
see,
you,
but
you,
that's
you,
again,
you
I don't
can't-
think he slapped the shit out of her.
But yeah,
Okay, so
he
well,
just
he just
kinda-
pegged her. It's
it looked
okay.
like-
It was just
it
a
looked
nice
like
little
he-
tap.
What?
No, he didn't even look at her.
Let me talk. What it looks
He-
like is he just trying to move
he
her
goes
hand
like
out of the
this.
way.
He's behind himself.
Yeah,
He
he's trying to
sees
move
her
her
hand
hand
on
out
the
of the
side.
way, and I
He's at a
think he
side view.
accidentally hit her in the
And
face.
he tries to hit her hand away, but his hand goes so
Yeah.
far back that it catches her.
Okay, if he did it unintentionally, that's
Oh,
one
it
thing.
looks
Well,
like
he-
Hunter.
he
That's
even-
why I
he even-
said I
he
need to see
even-
the video, and that
Well,
looks
this is the
very
deal. Here's the
unintentional.
deal. He even apologized to her and tried to explain the situation. She accepted his apology and said, I understand. Because he basically told her, you understand the situation. Somebody coming up from behind, you're famous, your security's got one job and one job only, and that's to protect you. And
Yeah.
that's what he was doing. She accepted his apology, but then she turned around and said, I'm going to sue you because it went viral. Now she feels embarrassed. So now she's going to sue him.
Either way, any of it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That is that bodyguard's job. It doesn't matter whether you think it's right
His
or wrong.
job is to protect the
His job
client,
is
not
to protect
necessarily
that
assault
guy.
people.
He doesn't. It doesn't matter.
That's okay.
It's one of those. Better to ask for forgiveness.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
not going to wonder whether this chick has a knife.
I
or a gun.
completely understand your thought process.
I'm protecting my person at
Yeah.
all costs in
Yeah.
the story.
And it wasn't his personal bodyguard. It was the bodyguard hired by the
San
Spurs.
Antonio Spurs.
Oh
yeah.
shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's why she's going to sue.
Well,
them.
you
I
got
mean,
you got to keep in consideration as well that a lot of these bodyguards that are out there that are high end bodyguards like this guy through an organization like the Spurs. These guys are veterans. These guys are professionals. They have a
oh, yeah, a
mentality
lot
of
of them are ex-cops.
their idea is their only thought process is to make sure no one touches this dude.
Okay, Dina, what was on your mind earlier?
Go ahead, Deana.
All right. I need to say this because it needed to be said. I need to speak more to what John said. I think about how he didn't really even look up to see who that was. Okay, that was a Spurs guy and not his entourage or her entourage, which, by the way, where was her entourage on that? Like,
Where's her
why were they not backing her?
She
You know,
was on a
but-
date with her husband.
Yeah,
But
they
where's
were
her
out
bodyguard?
dinner. They were
She's-
out dinner.
Here's the point. She's Britney fucking Spears. You look at her face, you know who the hell she is.
20 years ago, she was Britney fucking Spears. Now, a lot of people don't know who she is.
Well, she
Yeah.
and you got to take the consideration. You don't have eyes in the back of your head. To me,
Can you look?
could he have
Before
handled
you
it
show
differently?
somebody?
I think personally, all he was trying to do was move her hand. I don't think he meant to hit her in the face. I think his intention were to make sure that you don't touch him. And that's pretty much
I completely agree with that.
any personal bodyguard is going to tell you that's the part that scares them the most is when someone actually gets a hand on their client. So their whole thing is to make sure no one gets a finger, a hand.
Well, they're used to people walking around these.
Right.
people. That's
So
normal. You
yeah.
can't do anything about that.
I think all he was trying to do was move her
if
hand
you
out
watch
of the
the
way.
video, it looks like he's trying to hit her hand.
Yeah, I
And
think
just-
he's just trying
He
to push
goes
her.
too far back, and she is actively walking forward.
Now, she is Britney. She is famous. She knows the deal. If it were myself, you go to the security guard. Hey, I'm Britney motherfucking Spears. Can I say hello to this guy? And get his permission. Just like she would have someone go to her
Yeah,
security
but
guard.
She's been famous her whole life, and her.
I know.
They don't
I know,
think
but
like
that's no excuse.
No, they
She
don't.
knows.
They don't
She
think
knows
that.
what it's
No,
like.
but
Yeah.
I know, but they don't think like that, John. They think I'm famous, you're famous.
Yeah,
That's not how she's. I'm not. I think that it wasn't the smartest thing for her to do. Clearly,
No.
I don't.
She's not necessarily known
But
for making.
she's not in the
decisions.
wrong. I don't think
Yeah.
she's in the wrong for it. I
Yeah.
can totally see why she
It'll come
thinks
back.
that would be.
She was
okay.
excited and she was a fan too.
Yeah,
Like
she's a
she,
fan
just like
of
people
his.
do to her.
I think the whole thing was a misunderstanding. That's why the worst thing about this whole thing is I think it makes her look horrible that she's.
That's why
suing.
she's mad. I think if the video hadn't gone viral and no
Who
one
cares?
got an
That
actual
makes her
video
look
of it,
horrible. You
'cause
do
she
not
did
come out and
accept his
sue. You
apology.
come out and say the bodyguard came and apologized. I understand he was protecting his client. There's no hard feelings. Instead, you
Okay.
sue. That's
People-
why.
Everybody's different.
According to the article, the only reason why he came over to apologize was because someone told him who she was.
Mm-hmm.
It was normal fan that wasn't
Yeah.
famous.
Could have
So
cared
for
less.
the
Said a
person
word.
he wouldn't
Yeah,
have
a
gave
lot
a
of these
shit.
guys too. A lot of these guys are overseas guys. They get a lot of those guys from overseas.
The
They're
point
from
about it is,
Israel. They're like
That's
they
like I
don't know.
said, that's their job.
Right, that's her
The
job.
Spurs would tell him, do that exact same thing
Absolutely.
every time.
Right.
If they sue us and win, we'll pay the bill.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that's his job.
His
End of
job is to
story.
make sure the
So,
client isn't. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, Brittany should have did something a little different. I think they should have handled it a little bit different. But I do.
It's just sad that they couldn't figure out how to talk this out instead. Now it's her suing them, and
Yeah.
it's been made a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would have been nice if they could have got together and talked about it and not had to take it this far. What are you gonna
All right, the
What are you
next
gonna
one-
do?
The next one's a weird topic, guys, and
Who's this actress?
oh well, you'll see in a second.
Because I was gonna say I watched that show growing up.
Yeah, I have no idea who she is.
You don't know who she is either.
Oh no, I think is this the one that got caught with like trafficking?
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
what's
this
her
is
name?
old news.
What?
You guys remember the Smallville actress that got caught trafficking kids or something like that?
What's her
right?
name?
I don't remember a goddamn thing.
You
What are you
remember that?
talking
That
about?
was on the.
Alyssa something. Yeah, she was the girl that like the nerdy girl that liked Clark, like his best
Like
friend
who?
Clark, Superman.
That was part of the Nexium thing, wasn't it?
Okay,
Allison
you
Mack.
watch
Allison Mack.
Smallville?
Yes, that was part of the
I don't watch
Nexium
Smallville.
thing.
Oh, Jen didn't watch Smallville. That's why.
I'm like, that's why the confusion.
Yeah, I was like, I thought you watched it. So yeah, it was but do you even know what it is or no?
Yeah, she
I've
was.
heard about it, but I've never watched it.
TV show. It's an old TV show.
Yeah, it was about Superman.
It was a TV
It
show
was about Superman.
from him being
Okay.
a teenager in high school and then turning into like finding out, he like dealing with his powers, all that kind of stuff. It was like 9 seasons long, and it was extremely popular the first 4 or 5 seasons. When did it start?
This is part of a Nexium thing. This is part of a giant cult started by a guy who proclaims he's super, super smart. He's super manipulative. He's super sociopathic and very much a narcissist.
It started in 2001, Jen. That's how old.
Yeah, it started in 2001.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was
but
busy.
the
The
first
cult
5
or the show?
no, the show.
The show.
The first 5 years, it was an extremely popular show.
It ran for 10 years.
Yeah, it did pretty good.
Well, she got out of federal prison after only serving 2 years of her
shit,
3-year
she's out.
sentence. But yeah, she was part of that cult. That was Keith Reiner, I think. What was his name? Keith
Something I don't remember.
Vermeer.
Ass Hat number 1. I don't remember.
Yeah. She got out. She only served 2 years of her 3-year sentence. I guess she made a deal where she, I guess, ratted out on everybody.
That's usually
Good.
the.
Good, because that whole situation was effed up to the max.
I
Only
didn't
reason I
look
bring
into the
this up
details of it.
is
I didn't know the
because
details.
I am kind of I love celebrity shit, but I'm surprised I didn't hear anything about this,
I didn't either, really. It wasn't on a lot of the news circuits.
which makes me
Y'all
wonder.
didn't hear about the Nexium cult? This has been going on for 10 years more.
No, I
No.
do
I think
not.
I heard something about it, but I didn't know who was involved.
I didn't know anything
There's
about
a-
Surprised me.
There's a documentary about this on Netflix.
I
It
saw
doesn't
that
surprise me one bit.
because she
It's
was
an old
involved.
documentary.
That's what caught my eye. It's because I used to watch it as a kid. So when
Yeah.
I saw the thing about her, I was like, "Oh shit, she was part of some cult." And that was it. I didn't know like what Dee's talking about, like the whole cult thing. I only knew like she was
The
part
sex
of
cult thing.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
I mean,
Sex cult.
I-
She was the one that
yeah,
was
no, I didn't
recruiting
know.
everybody.
Like, so it's way bigger than her.
She
Like
was-
that.
yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
She was
yeah.
the right hand man for this
Right.
douchebag.
Oh,
Yeah, see, that's what I
she-
thought. She was pretty high up.
That's what
So she got
interests
out by
me
snitching?
on this whole thing is that she got 3 years. I mean, she was the reason a lot of those girls were there. And
What
I
did they
get
get
it.
her
I
wrong?
get it. They ratted off everybody to pretty much destroy the whole organization and bring it crumbling down. But to me, it's just like, wait a minute here.
Would
You're- You're the reason these fucking girls were there in the first place, and you're telling me you're getting only
Exactly.
2 fucking years.
I do agree with that, but I'm wondering where her head was. Was she a devout follower, like fucking
Very devout.
the people like that followed Manson? She does deserve to go to jail for what she did. But if she's devout and she believed in his bullshit, like people believe with regards to their religion, she needs some help because something's going on there too.
Well,
It's brainwashing. She was brainwashed.
If she was the number 2, I mean,
You can be brainwashed and be the number 2. You're the most
You can
faithful.
Right. That just
You're the
makes
most
you
faithful.
a very gullible, very vulnerable human being.
Like
Maybe I'm not
the
understanding
big guy.
what
The
you're
big guy
meaning,
himself
what you're
ended up with 120 or 102 years in prison.
Mm-hmm.
He got
Forever.
which he deserves. Which he deserved.
Absolutely. Because she may have brought them to him, but he's the one who decided to slay them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then you basically used them for
I
blackmail.
guess you would just have to know. I would have to know exactly what she did, like what her
She
role
recruited
It was it was an elitist pyramid scheme to recruit really gullible sex girls. It was a sex trafficking scheme. And they would try to loop in kind of like the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing, and I hate to bring that up, but it was very much to get powerful people to help loop in people that were getting sex trafficked.
He was sleeping with
And
all of them.
so it was. They were sex trafficking, and she was bringing them to him, knowing what he was doing.
Under
Yes,
under the
but
guise.
but because he was a cultist, unlike the Jeffrey Epstein thing,
Right.
he manipulated and brainwashed a lot of very high end, like
There was a lot of-
novelty people to make it important that he sex traffic all these people.
Yeah, he was.
Oh well, yeah. If that's the case, if she knew what he was doing with them, sure, get her some help. But
what she did,
you got to lock her ass up.
Last year.
If she
said-
knew he was doing that,
Yeah.
I don't care if
She-
some
Was
brainwashed.
he doing the same thing to her?
Right, exactly. How
Well,
far
right.
manipulated
Well,
was she?
They're saying
She was a
the
psychiatrist for a very
reason
long time.
he's getting off
Hold on.
with this
What, Deana?
girl is because she wrote a letter about 6-7 months ago to the parole board apologizing and telling that she feels bad for everything she did to all those women that she brought into there. And that was one of the reasons the parole board went ahead and took her sentence and took a year off her sentence for good behavior and for apologizing. And I'm thinking to myself, fuck no.
I feel
that
if
was my daughter, that was my daughter, and because they have to call every one of these people that were victims and let them know, hey, we're going to let this person out. If I'm a dad, I'm thinking to myself, fuck no. You know,
Dude,
yeah,
3
my
years
daughter was
doesn't seem
stupid
like
and
that
naive.
much for
Yeah,
sex
Bob.
trafficking. I mean, 3 years.
If I'm a father and my daughter got in that and they said we're letting her out, I want to know when and where.
Deana, was she also sex trafficked?
No.
She was absolutely manipulated. She was absolutely, if I can remember correctly from the documentary, she was in his bedroom on more than one occasion.
Yep.
So yes,
So he did
she
the
was
same thing to her.
No.
She
Pause.
was manipulated on the most masterful level. And yes, I can understand what you're saying as
If
a
he
parent.
slept with
If
her-
that happened to my kid, I would be absolutely livid. Yes, if I got that phone call, I would be a little bit terrified. But the guy that's in charge of it is in jail for the rest of his natural life.
Yeah,
And that's why the world is still safe.
and I get that you could got
Mastermind.
somebody else to do her work, but he was smart enough to know, okay, here she is. She's a celebrity. Obviously, I never watched the show, but I'm assuming people in your generation knew who the fuck she was. So
yeah.
if you get someone of that caliber coming over to you and saying, "Hey, you want to hang out?" You know, "Hey, this is what we." Yeah,
That's why she was used.
Yeah, she was.
Just
used.
because
She was a C-level celebrity to begin with. He couldn't get a Kardashian to save his freaking life. So
he couldn't.
there.
He took what he could get.
You still have
Exactly.
to be held accountable for your actions.
Yeah,
Oh,
I.
and she
she
has,
did.
I'm sure, in more
And
than one
he is
way.
too.
2 years.
But if she has been let loose and they allow her to leave early, who the fuck is anyone to say anything? She went through what she went through. She did what
Right,
she
exactly.
did. But once they go to jail,
That's
see,
the
this is what's wrong with society. We tell people that they got to go to jail, and they go to jail. And then when they get out, whether it's they did their entire time or they got let out early because of good deeds or whatever the fuck, as a society, that judgment there. Oh, you weren't in there long enough. Well, they got let go, so apparently it was long enough.
Yeah.
No.
And exactly that too. Like if you can consider she was being manipulated by this person for so long.
I'm just gonna say, well, you served your
Spoken
time.
like a true liberal.
I'm waiting.
Now, Jen,
I mean,
Jen,
come
the
on.
only reason I'm kind of a little bit upset
It's because
about
she's
the
a
whole-
woman. If that was another dude, he would not have gotten 2-3 years and got off with 2 with
Thank
good
you.
behavior.
Thank you.
My ass.
Thank you.
He would got it. What would
If
he
he
get
was
off?
being manipulated and being used for his
understand-
ass, yes.
That's
I
why
would
she
still-
got recruited to do this, is because she's a woman. That's why she's in this position. He
Yeah.
Okay.
sought her out. He sucked her into this.
Her doesn't mean she didn't know what she was doing.
I-
You guys
I-
are assuming she was brainwashed.
Okay. Have
I'm going-
you
I'm going
ever
on-
met a Jehovah's
Do you know
Witness?
anything about cults?
Have you ever met a Jehovah's Witness?
Okay.
Have you ever watched a documentary?
Don't
But
go
so
there,
you're
Jen.
saying anybody underneath the leader is all brainwashed. They're not just right along with his bullshit.
You
They're
don't
all
know
brainwashed.
that people killed
Like-
themselves because of a leader
Hold on,
and they
though.
thought they were going to a
No, but that's
spaceship?
Jen,
But that's
hold on, you guys. Wait
completely
one
different,
second.
though.
Let me say what I got to say.
I'm about to
When
look
the
it
number
up.
one, I get what you're saying. Okay. And number 200, yeah, okay, maybe there's a little, but number two, you're a number two for a reason. You're number two for a reason.
You're the sidekick.
Yeah, you're in on the whole
the
fucking
most
kabang
faithful.
room. They know everything. They know the details. My problem goes all the way back to the beginning. The prosecutor should have never offered this deal to her.
No.
Is what I'm saying.
Okay, but they did, and it's
No.
done.
I'm talking about before, not now that she got out. I'm talking about before when she turned everybody in. That should have been, if she had concerns for those victims, she should have needed a plead to get herself 3 years instead of 120.
She didn't think that they were victims at first. Maybe that's what you're not getting.
How do you?
It
Come on,
was a
Jen.
cult.
That's what
But you
a cult
understand that
is.
people in
You
cults
think that she
sometimes
didn't
drink
do anything
poison?
wrong with what he was-
Yes.
That's how that works. Your brain is
Just,
you're brainwashed. That's how a
just
cult
because-
works.
That's what she admitted to. She said she was brainwashed and she didn't know he was hurting them. Is that
when
what
you first get into a cult, they
It's a
don't
cult.
let all of the craziness
no.
out to
I know
begin
what a
with.
cult is.
I know you know what a cult
aware.
is, but do
I'm
you know
saying
what a
that
cult
she
is?
say she had no idea what he was doing and that he was hurting these people, these women?
She did not believe what was being done was wrong.
She actually said that?
That's what happens when you're in a cult.
No.
and you're
No.
brainwashed.
I'm saying that's what she said.
I don't know.
Specifically,
Dina, did she quite possibly express
she
this?
said she was sorry.
What? I would be sorry too. Shit.
I
She said she was sorry after having been in prison for a while. And I can imagine having been brainwashed as a human being and then being separated from society and your abuser, that your brain kind of lets that go. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
maybe that wasn't
My whole point
Maybe
is
that wasn't
because
a
that
good
guy's
thing
in
to
jail for the
do.
rest of forever. Maybe this is not what was supposed to be happening.
what evidence do we have that she was 100% brainwashed and just wasn't with the whole thing?
Okay,
Because
maybe
don't-
you should interview her.
Don't just say it's a cult. I'm saying, what actual evidence do we have that
Okay.
she was his partner and just went along with it?
Because cults don't exist and people don't get brainwashed. Okay, moving on.
No. Hold on.
That's not at all what I just said.
No, hold on. I've been patient here, and there was a
Bob.
comment that was made about, well, people drink poison because they're brainwashed. Now, the people in Jonestown, if they got out of the line, they got shot. The people who had a conscience got shot. They were forced to drink the Kool-Aid. They didn't say, well, it's the cult, we have to. A lot of those people
There were many
didn't
that
want
chose to, not the ones that
They
decided
were-
to step out of it. But
Yeah,
there were
but there was
many
a
that
lot.
chose
There was a
to.
lot who
There were-
didn't want
There
to.
were lots of
They were
shame
shot.
tactics. Sorry. There were lots of shame tactics that happened in the Nexium cults. There were lots of different. I'm not saying that he was an amazing man. That no, he was a piece of shit. He treated these people like terribly. It was like I said, it was a pyramid scheme. You got shamed for not bringing in members. You got reprimanded for this and that.
Was he Messiah-like?
Aren't they all?
Like he was. This
He-
was not his first cult, too. This was like
And
his
Okay.
third or fourth try.
They
So
brand.
he had practice.
That's
he
crazy.
had practice, and he's
Damn.
been interviewed many times. I have a 200 and something IQ. That doesn't make you a good person. That very
Makes
well
you a
will
piece
make
of
you a
shit with
sociopath.
with intelligence.
So
Exactly.
what you're saying is Ghislaine Maxwell, who was Epstein's second in charge, if she writes a letter, hey, my bad, I'm sorry, please forgive me.
No,
Got her
because
watch-
Jeffrey Epstein was not running a cult.
No, he wasn't.
Jeffrey
He was running
Epstein
a
was a
business.
piece of shit,
Yeah.
just like this other guy.
But listening
was-
to just listening to your argument, basically what she said is, hey, I knew I did wrong, but maybe if I go, hey, I'm really sorry, man, my bad, let me go.
Okay,
You're not
it's
comparing
a
apples to
different
apples. It's
scenario.
not the same thing.
I understand the thought process there, but it's a different scenario.
Exactly.
That's a
All I
romance.
gotta say is, if my daughter got caught up in that, I would want to know when she got released and where, because there'd be a bullet in her
Okay,
brain.
I would not necessarily.
Okay, and now you're
please
talking about
yeah,
you going to jail forever.
yeah. Please
It'd
let's
be
not
worth
say stuff like that on the podcast. We are rated R, but let's
Arr.
not from
Right,
that.
exactly. This is way controversial today.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted. That's why this podcast is changing. We're gonna have sex talks too, but we will have,
I like this sex talks. I'm Dr.
we're gonna
Feelgood.
have
Sorry, not a Dr.
things,
Feelgood.
Who knows? We might even touch on transgender next week.
Yeah. Then I won't probably
Oh
be
God!
available.
Wow.
And
I'll be drinking whiskey today, huh?
Uh-huh.
no. To me, the whole thing
Yeah.
to me, the whole thing doesn't just as a victim and as a parent of a victim. I don't see how they sold the prosecutors to these people's parents. I don't understand
How many people were involved, in leadership roles, like the two of them?
I would have to look that up.
You can just move it.
Because I wanted who else did she rat on besides the dude, the main guy?
Well, I mean, that's who they wanted. They wanted him. So if she was going to,
Wait, where's that part that you showed me? The part that we read. Oh, right here.
Yeah. And he was the only guy. Yeah, what a fucking deal.
Yeah, correct.
What
He
a
was a
deal.
Messiah. He was a Messiah-like leader.
Mm-hmm.
What a
And
shitty
she was
guy.
23 at the time. Remind yourself how.
Oh my
manipulative
God, how
you are when you're
I wasn't that
23.
naive. I wasn't that naive at 23.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
It was
I'm
a
glad
different
that-
I
time.
think I was the
I think-
Messiah
Right,
at
it
23.
sounds
No.
like he was the only one that she really ratted on.
Yeah, he got 120
I think
years.
it
Well-
was a case against him. That's what it said.
Yeah, if she's number 2, you can only rat out number 1 to get a better deal.
Well, that's true.
Yep.
You're not going to get a great
Okay.
deal ratting out number 3.
yeah, number 3 is not getting a good deal.
Yeah,
5,
3's not
6 ain't
getting
getting that
anything.
same deal.
yeah, number 1.
I just think that it's shady. The whole thing is shady. I think she should have served the 3. Should she had more? Yeah, I do. But at least I think she should have served the full 3 and not just 6 months ago decide to write to the parole board and with this makeshift apology to get herself out. And now, and I know she doesn't have any money. Well, she might have money. Well, I don't know. I'm not
She
gonna
probably
work.
spent it all on legal counsel.
I
And
know.
keep in mind too, parole is gonna ruin her. She's
Yeah.
probably on house arrest for a long time. It's not like she's off scot.
Yeah, she's not
Well,
going to.
She was actually, there was one article I read where she thinks she's going to try to get her movie career back on.
You know what?
That's
We all gotta
delusional.
have dreams.
Hey,
and
it's Hollywood.
other actors have been arrested.
They knew what Harvey Weinstein was doing, so
I
it's
know.
Hollywood.
Well, yeah, the whole thing is she'll star in her own story.
Yeah, well, she
Yeah.
can't because
Yeah.
the money that she makes off of that story goes to the victims.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's
So that's
also
the
true.
law. That's the law now. So anything, if she would have to do a different movie. She couldn't do this movie about her life.
She couldn't do that unless she intended to do that and give the funds to them.
The
She
funds.
could do that.
Right.
Well, if that Netflix
Put it
series
on
that came out
Lifetime,
about
like
this
everyone
probably
else.
went, all the money that was made off that Netflix series probably went to the victims.
So that is, that would be a good thing. That would be giving back in a way.
Yeah.
You can't take what's been given. You can't take back what's already taken. But
And I'm going to say it again. Bob brought up the point. If it's a man, it's a whole different story. This guy does not get out
No,
a
he
year
doesn't.
early.
No.
A guy does not get out.
He
a
doesn't
year
get just 3 years either.
No, he doesn't get the-
Again, I hear what you're saying, but it's a different scenario.
Yeah, no, I get that. I mean, I get that. But if it's a dude, that dude's doing half of that 120. I guarantee you he's doing half of that one. They're not making him that same deal. They're not going to go, well, you give us this guy, he'll do 120, you'll do 3 and get out in 2.
Again, it depends on whether or not he's one of the servants or slaves and he's getting fucked by the dude too and nobody else.
That ran the
Or-
whole organization. That's what the point that we're trying to make. There's only 2 people that ran that whole organization. The guy that slept with everybody and the chick that brought everybody in.
Okay, because she was also a follower and that's what you're not getting.
But she's number 2,
Exactly.
Jen. Like
Okay,
okay.
but where it started, there was no number 2. There was this douche face and like a bunch of piddly little morons.
Recruiting.
And she stuck by him, and that was the problem.
She believed in him.
Yeah, well, I believe she should have done at least 10 years.
Yes.
Okay. And
Hey.
that you have every right to believe that.
10 years.
Moving
But
on.
you were not on that jury, and you were not that judge, so it's really not your call.
Anything else, you
Ouch.
guys?
Well, actually, that's the. Well, I guess you could, because I guess the judge could reject the DA's offer. But.
Yeah, I do.
That's also true.
Yes.
Yeah, it just. Yeah.
But that's the problem nowadays. We need to start locking more people up and giving people more time.
Yes.
Can they
Yeah.
try?
Oh yeah, why not? Because the
Yeah,
United
let's
States
put a
of
giant burden
America-
on the
You know, the
taxpayers.
United States of America don't already have the highest numbers with regards to incarcerated
America.
people in the world. So
Well,
yeah, let's go ahead and just add some more.
You do crime.
Oh, I love you,
Okay,
Bob.
all I gotta say is,
God, Bob.
since they stopped prosecuting people, do you want to live in Chicago? Do you want to live in Detroit? Do you want to live in Houston? Fuck no, nobody wants to live there.
Michigan.
All the companies are leaving
Chicago, honey.
because crime is so bad.
Yeah.
Okay, they don't prosecute people anymore.
Yeah, they don't.
Okay, so if Chicago's so great, why is everybody leaving? Okay, all
Not that great.
I don't live in
That's why I live in
Chicago, so
Wisconsin.
but the
Exactly.
policies are exactly what you're spouting. Oh, there's too many people in prison now. Quit breaking the fucking law if you don't want to go to prison.
That's it.
Here's the problem.
Okay.
It's an overpopulation. The higher the population of people, the more likely statistically there's going to be crime. So of course Chicago looks like shit. That's why I left.
Okay,
Too overpopulated.
exactly. But here's the deal, okay? If we are number 4 in the world in gun deaths, okay, number 4. If you took out Chicago, New York, LA, Atlanta, Houston, Detroit, okay, we'd be number 193 in the world. Okay,
Okay.
we have
Now
a
I need to see
how more people need to be locked up.
now I need to see statistics on what those gun deaths were.
Black on black crime,
Every single one. Every single one.
mostly.
no,
If you go to the
no.
inner cities, it's all 80% black on black
The
crime.
majority, well, a large part of gun deaths are.
Okay.
are
when did the show
that's-
become this?
It
That's-
doesn't matter. We're done anyway, guys.
Well,
We're
I
done.
mean,
We got 3 minutes.
a
Let's do it.
point was made, and I just
Yeah.
want to give
Okay,
it.
and I appreciate it, but it's
That's
been
the
very
fact.
lovely.
Stats are stats. You can't lie about statistics. Hey, fun show. I like this format a lot better, guys. And it's just fun. We can still talk about sex. If you find a great
Oh,
sex
no, we
topic
don't. We
you
don't
wanna
have to talk about
we will
sex. I
talk
mean, there's
about
other
it.
topics.
I
but
mean,
this
that's
is
my
interesting.
favorite topic.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, but I'm not.
Yeah.
We can next week we could talk about what size dildo that women prefer. You know?
No,
And
No.
we don't need
Don't
to
need to
talk
talk
about
about.
don't worry, I'll be in the Midwest next week, so you're
Well,
fine.
He'll be doing his
Yeah.
surveys from the Midwest.
Yeah, I'll
He'll
be
be
in the
asking the
Midwest next week.
Midwestern women, what size dildo do you guys prefer in the thickness? All right. Jen, Deana, thank you. It was nice having the guys here together. We're all together. Thank God Jake didn't make it because I think Jake was really drunk and it would have been a really bad show. We are out of here. We'll see everybody next week. Bob, thank you, Bob,
All
for
right,
joining
thanks
us.
for
You want to
inviting
say goodbye to the girls?
Bye, girls.
All right, ladies.
It was lovely.
Gators.
Always a pleasure.
Yes.
All right, guys, and we'll see everybody next week. And let me hit this button right here.